loud. I'm going to be turning every single one down. Remember Ryu? I made a guide on this guy. I feel like it's probably the best third strike Ryu guide, to be honest. Never seen a better one. That was a regular parry. I don't do that. Oh yeah, he did low forward. What the fuck? Why? That's like slower and weaker than Crouch Fierce. I think low forward is more consistent into DP, but like, why wouldn't he go into Tatsu when they do the same damage? It didn't matter what he did there. Oh, no. This guy's name is Fujiken. I read that as Matsuken for 1 second because the she looks like a Tsu and I didn't read very hard. I was like, oh, he's a Ken player, that's why he did that combo. Being able to end combos in Tatsu is nice. That's a nice feature that Ryu has that Ken doesn't. Ken's Tatsu is trash in this game. That was unsafe, and that was a punish. This matchup is super interesting. It's probably pretty even. That's the nice part. Ah, yeah. 2-hit Stand Fierce. These characters have a lot in common, but a lot different. Ryu's burst damage and burst stun is a lot higher. Yang has good damage and stun, but not all in one go. It's more like everything he does pretty good amount of damage and a pretty good amount of stun. I don't know if I'd really call Yang strong. It's like his weak conversions are still okay, but his strong conversions are weak. The only time Yang usually does super is after a dizzy. Yang has like no super setups at all. You see Saiyambu Yang do a lot of supers. In fact, we've actually got this Yang picking Saiyambu right now, and this is one of the matchups where it's good. We'll probably see it very shortly. He'll probably do it as... No, never mind. He took the EX Rekka. The thing about Yang is he's got the best EX move in the game. Here it comes. No, he might not use it because of... Yeah, he wants to win without using any bar. Which he should be able to do unless something really bad happens. EX Rekka would have punished that tackle. The overhead. Nice delayed overhead. That overhead is really weak to a parry. It's reactable and it's only one parry. So it's not a great overhead. It does have nice range and it does actually jump. It is a real jump. So he can go over lows and stuff with it. EX tackle? He didn't even go for it. The roll! The roll does go under fireballs. It's not good though. It's very, very, very unsafe on block on a character with almost no health. Oh, he dropped the cancel. That was okay. You usually get something out of that super. Unless things go very awry. Nice combo. Cute little scenario where Super 1 Urium would have gotten a lot of damage. Uh-oh. That was cool. That roll to build meter? Really? I mean, I think he was safe there. That seemed kind of bad. This is Tanden Ranki Makoto. Explain. I've also never seen a Yang pick Super 3 in this matchup. That was a punish. EX Fukiaga on Wake Up is so bad. This is a 50-50. This is a series of 50-50s on Makoto. See how Makoto parried her way to safety? That if that parry was if Yang just did another command grab, it would have been the same shit again. Yang has like a looping mix-up on Makoto and a few other characters. People usually say it works on girls, but I don't think it works on Ibuki. It works on Chun-Li, Makoto, and Elena. Whoa! Dude just came on to me. She's got invincibility for that. That's a punish. EX Rekkas are an annoying parry. Yeah, you have to go for parries. I don't really like that activate. No, I take it back. I like that activate. He was doing the kick TC. The cat, white cat. The white cat shows up whenever Yang gets 3 wins in a row or more. So normally when Ryu gets a parry, he can do low fierce and it hits the extended hurt box, but that was a light that Ryu red parried. That backdash. Yang has the longest duration backdash in the whole game, tied with Yun. It goes quite far, but the duration is so long. So if you backdash at the same time as something else, you're not going to be able to punish it. Nice parry. I look for parries like that. I was doing that a lot at the Wednesday night fights just recently. Ugh, that was like staying fierce into hard donkey kick, which doesn't work unless the opponent's crouching. That was like a weird thing to go for. It should have been medium donkey kick. Staying short EX Rekos is safe. It's also an annoying parry, because you don't know how many times you're going to have to parry before you actually get a punish. If you do one of your parries and you start to punish, and Yang just does another Rekka, he'll hit you out of whatever your punish is, unless your punish is like a light normal. And of course, there aren't many good conversions from light normals in this game. This is the Shen footage. Game 41 League Battle, 6th to 8th Dawn. Dai Nisen League Battle held 25th February at Game 41 Arcade in Sapporo. This is Yang running Super 2 now. I actually like Super 3 in this matchup. Yang could really run either to good success. That's quite an easy parry. Oh yeah, look at that! Look at that host. In the business. Oh. He had air CC there. If you do a jump medium kick with Yang, you can cancel it to a dive kick. The forgotten TC. That can help you against jump in parry though, or anti-air parry rather. Stand Fierce? Nope, nothing. He didn't do an ender at all. Tackle is better than Stand Fierce, but Stand Fierce is a lot fucking easier. So I like to see which one people do. But his was nothing. Oof, that's a punish. Look at that dizzy. That was really nice. If that was any throw except neutral throw, it probably would have just been a stun. I don't know, Yang doesn't have that much dizzy on his stun, on his throws. Ton and Renki Makoto again. This Yang is fixing the rank up. You can see at the bottom there above his super. And the fact that he's 8 and +2. If he wins this one, he'll go to 9th Dawn. Which means he'll be outside this ranking battle. Since this is 6th to 8th. Ranking battles are something I've always thought I should do. Because it's a really good way to play people in your skill level. But unfortunately that ends up being just a whole bunch of tournaments. Like you can't have ranking battles unless you have like, you know, a tournament like every fucking day of the week. Or at least like 3 days of the week. And I've only got one BAF Cup day. So it's just a tournament for everyone. But it's really satisfying to like enter like a beginner's league. That's all it is. It's like, let's say it's fucking, you know, 1st to 5th queue. And everyone there is just like a fucking little bronze beginner. You know, if you're like a bronze beginner, you can enter and you can be like, you know, maybe I can wreck some face against these bronze beginners. Maybe even though I'm only a bronze beginner, maybe I can win a tournament. Yang is one of the... I wouldn't say Yang's hard to parry. It's more that you have to parry, and that's an annoying little thing about him. But I wouldn't, like, there are other characters I'd rather pick Tanden Renki against. Not Yang. Anyway, that kind of stuff helps a lot in the long run. Someone who, like, wins a tournament when they're, like, low level, they're going to pursue that feeling. But also, like, the people who are too good, the people who are capable of winning tournaments, they rank up enough until they kind of get to a point. I don't know, where the fuck was this confirm? Oh, he was going to cancel into... The DP whiffed. He was going to have the DP be blocked and then cancel into... Oh, he shook out. Cancel into Denjin. He was going to have a block DP into Denjin. but unfortunately hit Urian. Urian did reversal headbutt or something, and Ryu, staying fierce, hit him airborne when it shouldn't have been possible to hit airborne. And then the DP whiffed, so there was no super cancel. That was actually really funny the way that played out. Uh-oh. Stun's a problem in this game. Ryu can get that much dizzy on you and then just like get another Denjin while that dizzy is still like high up. So strong, very low pushback. See, look at this. Before that EX donkey kick, he had like full bar. That's Makoto. Dash punch, dash punch. Dash punch Karakusa is so good that you have to anticipate it. Oh, this is full charge. I didn't even... Only got the one parry. Why was that light donkey kick? Is there something about Makoto I don't know? Medium donkey kick would have killed her, I think. Shouldn't even fucking been donkey kick. Should have been Tatsu. Should have been dashing, crush, fierce Tatsu. Dashing, same fierce DP, something like that. Oh, that's cute. This happens sometimes. Oh, look at that stun bar. She parried every hit of that Denjin. But now what? Yeah, that's what. That DP, what the fuck? He's DP'd as soon as he hit the ground. That was almost out of range. Ryu's DP has really poor range. Oh, loud. Help. Sixth to seventh done right here. Imagine being like the guy who wins a bunch of, you know, 5th Q matches, and he ranks into the 6th through 7th, whatever. He ranks into the silvers. Then what? If only BAF Cups had fewer entrants, then we could have ranking battles. Actually, we would need more entrants. We could just use the existing leagues. But the problem is, we would need to change the leagues ourselves. If you want a BAF Cup Plat League, you would be moved into the Diamond League, but you would still be a Plat in game. So using the existing leagues doesn't really work. If I could quit my job and host tournaments all the time, I would do it. If we could have some web ranking battles. Jump fierce, fierce, jump fierce, fierce. Chen is truly nasty. This is not too bad of a matchup. It's not good. It's probably a 6-4. It might be worse. Makoto's neutral is not so great. Is my chat frozen? Where is everyone? Say something. It's been 10 minutes. Someone say words. Where's all the regulars? It's not even that late. I'm not even streaming at some super weird time. This is like bog standard for me. Don't people like Third Strike? Yeah, Crota said that. Crota likes Ken for Chun-Li. Or rather, he said that Chun-Li beats every character and only Ken comes the closest. classically Chun-Li Ken is 6'4", which is probably, to be honest, it might be like 5.5, 4.5. It might be alright. 6'4" is probably, it might be right. I mean, that's already true. That's not even something about reasoning. The thing that he was really saying is he was saying Yun doesn't beat Chun-Li, which is actually controversial. Because it's long, Yun has long been seen, not necessarily like as a counter to Chun-Li, but like her worst matchup and an equally busted character. Yun is strong. And his movement is good against Chun-Li. But Kuroda said that there's more... What Kuroda was getting at is there's more anti-Yun tech than there is anti-Chun-Li tech. So if there's a Chun-Li who's the master of anti-Yun tech, then he can shut down a Yun player. But you can't become a master of anti-Chun-Li tech because there isn't any. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Kuroda's a weird guy. I think he probably was right to some degree. I think he was onto something. Oof. So the thing is, Yun has beaten Chun-Li a lot across a lot of fucking tournaments ever since this came out. It's probably the most common matchup to run into. No, it's not really, because there's like more Kens than Yuns, I think. But it's a very common matchup to run into at the highest level of play in like tournament finals and whatnot. Very, very common to see Yun versus Chun-Li, and the Yun almost always has it. I shouldn't say almost always, but like Yun has an impressive win rate against Chun-Li in tournament. It's seen by Chun-Li players to be a bad matchup. It's seen by Yun players to be not too bad. I mean, obviously, it's like one of Yun's worst matchups, but that's not saying much, because Yun is good against almost every character as well. Yun's worst matchup was Ken, so it goes. And that's like a 5-5. Anyway, if you're playing at Kuroda's level, which is higher than maybe tournament finals level, then maybe the matchup shifts a little bit. Ooh. EX bird kick sucks. You know, if you're like, it's like how he said that, people have long said that, like, Makoto Q is like 8-2, and Kuroda's like, it's not so bad, it's like 5-5 or 6-4 or something like that. I forget what it actually was on his tier list, on his matchup chart. But he said it was like something very reasonable, something actually pretty fair. And then he played alongside against Tominaga, and he did really well. And it's just like, you know, maybe if you're playing, if it's Kuroda's Q, if you're playing Q absolutely properly, and you're playing anti-Makoto absolutely properly, maybe it's not that bad of a matchup. Tier list change at different skill levels. If you're a bunch of bad players fighting Street Fighter 4 Blanca, you'd probably think Blanca was the best character in the game. Or like T-Hawk. You get better, and then Blanca and T-Hawk, they suddenly suck. This game is deep enough that even though, like, the pros who have been dictating the tier list up to this point, you know, they're not like the end-all be-all of skill. And when you get higher up, tiers can change. Maybe Chun-Li is harder than Yun. For what it's worth, Kuroda hangs around some of the fucking best Chun-Li players in the world, so... Shitty. Chun-Li's punish there was going to be bad no matter what, though. It was going to be like a car throw or something. Chun-Li has a back medium kick, right? Does she? I don't actually remember. She can do her car throw with a forward throw, but I don't remember if she can do it with a back throw. It's nice when you've got a car that works either way. Or his car throw can go either direction. But not that, or whatever forward throw if he can help it. Oh no. Kuroda. He didn't do nothing, officer. Nice punish. It's not enough, but lightning legs. Yeah, there it was. Makoto didn't have a good thing to do there except a whole bunch of parries. Hiro Romura. This guy's fixing to Rank down. He's 6th Dawn and -2, and this is a 6 to 7. And Chun-Li's fixing to rank up, so this is probably the last match if Chun-Li wins. And it looks like it's the last match, so Chun-Li probably wins. There's like so-and-so people, and they're just doing like Pokemon style circular repeating. Just going around the room. What do you call it? You know, I got next kind of thing. They're just queuing up. If you win, you stay on. King of the Hill. They're doing King of the Hill. And once there's too few people, the ranking battle ends. And this is, they lost the Makoto and they lost the Chun-Li. Chun-Li went up and Makoto went down. So they probably had too few people by the end of that. That's 2, and then there's 1 for the tackle. That was 3. But he was mid-screen, so it was hard to do more there. Nice punish. The lead does not stun people often. He took the Dizzy Optimal Ender, which is kind of funny. Technically, Dizzy Optimal Ender would have been EXDP. Dudley very rarely dizzies. He's not a dizzy character. He'll kill you at right about the same speed that he dizzies you. His damage is like pretty good, and his dizzy is not that high. That's unsafe, and that should have been EX tackle, I guess. There it was. He thought about it. He's like, what should I do differently? And he got it right. Ooh, that was unsafe. Dudley's pretty scary. This is the position where he really rules. Yeah, that was going to be cancelled this sweeper, I bet. He was just going to pursue the chip. Otherwise, that was really unsafe. ATR low forward. Makoto's low forward hitbox and her box is kind of hilarious. Her box like disappears while she's doing that normal. It's not a great poke. It doesn't go that far. But it's one of the best counter pokes in the whole game. That being said, if you've got a decent poke that's a heavy, it can't trade with heavies because it's a medium. And this game has that priority system. Oof, that went so far. Don't use it yet. Yeah, he didn't use it. Good. And next hit he's going to use it, right? What the fuck? Makoto, stop. No, he shouldn't use it at all. I don't like that. I don't like that he did that and thought that was a good idea. Fukiage is so bad in this game. I don't even have words. It is not what it is in Street Fighter 4. Not even close. It's like hilariously hard to land. It's like an Alex command grab. The other one. Half circle back kick. It's like as hard to land as that. Except it's a lot fucking more rewarding. That is really high damage already, really high stun already, and then you can super jump cancel it. That was not a punish. Raw EX Rekko is not a bad punish tool for Yang. Yang in general has decent punish capability. He's got fast normals. Hot, hot, hot. That looked like the beginnings of a towards forward. He got hit out of it though. And now he's in the blender. Reversal super. That's actually Yang's only invincible reversal, so it's not useless. But you don't see it often. I don't think EX roll has any sort of hit invincibility, but I could be wrong. And I wouldn't be surprised if Yang's Super 1 had invincibility, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone pick Super 1 at all. The only confirms Yang really uses for his Super 2 are like stay medium kick and palm. And neither of those work with Super 1 because they both launch. Super 1 only hits properly on the ground. It's like not fast. The range is actually pretty good. It's not fast. There's no setups, and it doesn't hit properly on juggled opponents. Decent range though. Ooh, he went for high parry there. I saw it. The damage of that super is not very good. It's all for the hard knockdown. Towards medium kick, heavy super link. I love Dudley's idol so much. The way he moves his legs while his upper body is perfectly still. The sprite work for Dudley is fantastic, but I never see anyone celebrating it. Dudley's got some of the best sprite work in the game. Makoto's scary. Dudley's got a lot of chains that normally aren't very good, but would probably be good against Tannen Renki Makoto. You've got to fight Tannen Renki Makoto in an unusual way. He went for max damage. Makoto falls slow and is wide. Well, she doesn't actually fall slow. It's more like she hits the ground slow. And she's wide when she's falling. So you can do some juggles on her you can't normally do. You can get crutch roundhouse with less walking, which means you can do the crutch roundhouse sooner. Which means it works in those juggles. Makoto is one of the easier to juggle characters in the game. Dudley's one of the easiest. Or his chicken combo is like a 5-frame juggle on Dudley. Or like 6, it's like undroppable. Look at that, air TC, or anti-air TC. Dudley can do light, no. Medium kick, heavy punch. Is a fairly good anti-air. That's not right, is it? What is it? Medium punch? Medium punch, heavy kick, heavy punch? No, it is medium kick. Oops. Double oops. No confirm anywhere in that. But it was probably going to chip. Maybe he saw the throw tag. It was like instant though. Hi. That didn't combo. If Syrian loses, he gets ranked down. Cute. That hits so deep too. You don't see the anti-air. You don't see that combo very often. Cherry tap. Hi. Here's some people. Took your sweet time. Dudley probably can do a reversal super on a block tackle. Apart from that, I don't know what normally hits. Might be like strong or something. I can do a birthday Sonic. You have to remind me on the day of though. I don't do no early birthday Sonics. He had 3 bars. He didn't super. What are you saving it for? That? He went for the red parry and lost it. That's Urian doesn't get a good punish unless he parries last hit. He didn't get very good hits on that super. It's 5 hits when you do it right. Oof. Urian didn't have a juggle there, I don't think. Or if he did, it had some pretty wild charging. Urian got a combo off of that. Block crouch roundhouse into crouch medium kick. That's pretty funny. Medium punch is the tackle punish. Oh. Look at that. Short swing blow does a lot of damage in those kinds of juggles, but I think it's not JP1. It might be JP2 or something, or JP3. It seems like combos with the short swing blow are a lot shorter than other combos. Crouch on us is JP1. Or it adds 1 JP rather. Light's machine gun blow final hit adds 1 JP. I think towards medium kick adds 1 JP. Ooh, look at that. That lose one of the characters who actually needs to know how juggle potential works. Although you can just memorize a bunch of combos. And then you don't really need to understand them. That is invincible. You don't see Dudleys do it very often. But it's there, it exists. I think he missed his super link. Super cancel would have been kill there. And now he's in a really awkward situation. And now he's dead. The invincibility on the startup of Tanden is the best part of Tanden. And man, it's good. I mean, the damage increase is not bad either. She gets a lot of damage. The problem is Makoto has very short combos. And to be 100% honest, they're not that strong. Makoto's actually not that strong. Most of her combos that are really beefy, that's the one super confirmed that people do in neutral. Most of Makoto's really beefy combos are either into Super 1 or Super 2. So when she doesn't have Super 1 or Super 2, her combos are like Stand Fierce into Dash Punch. Or like Karakusa into Stand Fierce into Dash Punch. And that's actually not all that powerful. You also can't use EX if you're in Tanden. That being said, if you actually get a strong starter in Tanden, if you actually get like Jump Right Now, Stand Fierce, Dash Punch, that does an ass ton. It was like 50% for that one combo. Or like if you get an anti-air Fukiage into a jump, like Jump Fierce or something, like an X kick, that does so much. It's unreal. Makoto's damage just shoots through the roof. But like general lack of confirms. The TC would have been good there. After he got parried on the stand short, what if he did stand forward? So you can do it now? I would have. Punish. Ooh. Most people just go for the EX Rekkas because it does only barely worse damage and much better dizzy. And has better Oki. What's this Yang? It's like, I got supers. He does, damn it. He does have supers. EX Rekkas would have been good there. Makoto would be dead. This is scary. Yup. Yup. Tanden Makoto. Like, she sucks, but she's terrifying. Red versus White War. There's commentary. Oh my god, don't tell me this is a Ryu versus Ken tournament. 49 minutes long, Red versus White? No. Damn it, I got all excited. Isn't there like a Red versus White? Isn't that like some kind of cultural Japanese bullshit? I don't really know that much about that stuff. There's like there's like some event that happens, some holiday that happens every year where people compete. And it's always a red team versus a white team. I never really thought that Ryu and Ken might be a reference to that, but they might be the color schemes. Too late. He really went for that? I mean, it's Denjin. That was a fairly normal punish in Denjin. Back throw. But normally it would have led immediately into a, you know, a Denjin setup. But Ken's dizzy is way too high. Denjin's not good right now. Or his dizzy is rather at 0. I don't like that. I do not like this. Ken had a kill with medium kick. Nito MVC2 comp. Yeah, it was good, right? I've heard that Tron Assist hits twice, or like it does double the damage it's intended to do, and I know for a fact that it's unscaled always. And it's not a horrible assist anyway. Reversal, medium DP. I think both medium and hard DP for Ken have real invincibility until the frame they connect. So you can use them to trade. Or win. He didn't even get the reversal. I want to say yes. I think that there is something to do with PC NBC2 net play, but I don't remember how it works. They emulate something, I think. I think they do it on... Do they do it on PCSX too? Is that how they do it? I had an opportunity to buy the PS2 port of NBC2 for like $10 once long ago, and I didn't do it. I regretted it for a long fucking time. But I got the PSN one, so now I have it. It's kind of alarming how hard it is to get out of that Alex command grab there. Like, yeah, you can hold up. That could have gone a lot better. Alex gets hit in a weird way there. Alex is very, very, very tall when he's falling. He's like decently wide too, but he's especially tall. I don't know how people currently net play it, but you could just look at... I'm sure there's a subreddit or a Discord where people would be willing to answer that. Alex confirms are hilariously bad, but it's like that's his character archetype. But maybe they're too bad. Maybe he needs like a confirm. Just one. One confirm. Super would have been nice there, actually, I think. I don't know. I don't know if it would have been nice. I'm pretty sure you can emulate the PC version. I mean, the arcade version. Nice. That's going to work. Pretty sure that's in range, yeah. That was like right at the edge, but I was pretty sure. That Super can fall out. It's so stupid. It shouldn't push the opponent back. That Super's like, it's funny how bad that Super is. But it's all Alex has. Alex can definitely melt your health. I admire the attempt to balance Alex. It feels like they had a clear plan in mind with what they were trying to do with his moves. Like, you actually have a really solid mix-up going between the command grab and the good-ass overhead. And, like, the tick throw setups are actually pretty good. If the low TC was a little bit easier, that would have been nice. His mix-up is okay. And all the hits just, like, smush you. I'm going to do the Cody God eventually. I'm probably going to work on it tonight, to be honest. Yeah, his best low option is low short, TC into low forward. And that's really hard to do, which it shouldn't be. And in addition to it being really hard to do, ooh, it's not rewarding at all. No, I don't even know what that event is. It's a just frame low target combo. It's like, why is it just frame? Why not just give it to him? Why not just let him have it? It's not good. It's a 2-hit low. It doesn't lead to anything. If you could super cancel it, it would actually be pretty good. It would be really good. Even with the just frame, it would be really good. Talked about SGGK on the mic. Ooh, no confirms necessary. Kimono Mimi. Okay, here's how I would fix Alex in this game. Okay, take Lariat. Okay, that move sucks right now. People only hit that move for its kind of interesting hitbox, but people mostly ignore it. Take Lariat, make a special cancel, and then make the special cancel combo into medium chop. I just fixed Alex. Took 1 second. Imagine if you could parry and then do towards Fierce and then link medium chop and then link command grab. Imagine that shit. Imagine if you got really good ass damage off of a parry. I might make medium chop unsafe though. Or make it be really easy to interrupt on block. If you block the Lariat. That'd be a really good change for Alex. That one change would breathe a whole bunch of life into him. Like, don't even fix his weaknesses. Just give him a fucking new strength. Give him big dick damage. But only in, like, a confirm. Yeah, that would destroy Akuma. You might need to shorten the back turn, too, because you might be able to do medium chop into towards Fierce right now. So imagine if you had, like, a loop. But having a new cancel would be really nice for Alex. And I feel like Lariat's a fairly safe place to put it. Lariat might whiff on some crouching characters, though. I would do a lot of changes like that. CX Layer worth the money. I haven't really been playing it, but it felt really good for the 2 seconds I played it. And from the footage I've been seeing, people seem to enjoy it. Street Fighter EX was very good, and it feels like Street Fighter EX. Medium Chop work with Super for a guaranteed Dizzy. That already works. Or are you just talking about with the Lariat? Because you can already cancel Medium Chop to Super 3, and it's a combo. I think it would be cool if Makoto could do Dash Punch cancel to Super. I would make it so it couldn't work if it was Super 2, like it wouldn't hit the opponent in time. But if it was Super 1, then it would be easy. There's no reason for that to be a one-frame link. Just give it to the people. And then if it was Super 3, you could do like Stand Fierce, Dash Punch, cancel the Super, and then link something like Street Fighter 4. I would actually be hella down with that. That'd be fun to do. It'd make Super 3 a lot better. I think it would be okay, because he can only do it once per match, and he's sacrificing all his EX and stuff. I don't think it would be broken if Alex had that. If he had Lariat into Medium Chop into Super 3. That would be only barely a decent reason to pick Super 3. Right now, Super 3 is like a meme Super. Yeah. If Makoto's idle, she's invincible. But if she hits any button, she gets her hurt box back. Because she just cancels her invincibility. She's invincible for that little animation where she after she charges up, but she can still hit buttons. But if she hits buttons, it cancels her invincibility. But what that does is if she just tried to punish that low short, she probably wouldn't have been able to do it in time. But what she did was she tapped down, which rendered her vulnerable again, but also gave her a low parry. And then after the low parry, you know, Chun-Li was locked in place. It's a pretty long time that Makoto's invincible. If Makoto does, how does it work? It's like if Ken does reversal super on Makoto Super 3, the first 2 hits of Ken Super Whiff. Gives you a pretty good idea of how long the invincibility is. It's like a decent amount of time, though. It's also frame 1 invincible, I think. Tandarenki is one of the least explored things in this game. But the problem is, like, not being able to block fucking sucks. It's like, you don't really realize just how necessary blocking is until you can't do it. You're weak to... There are a lot of things that aren't mix-ups that become mix-ups when you can't block. And mix-ups that are heavily in the opponent's favor. Like, if you get knocked over when Tandarenki's on, you're fucked. You're very fucked. It depends on who your opponent is. But like his Oro, I can go for like instant air stomp kind of stuff. I can go for like meaty command grab, which I don't even know if Makoto can block it. I think she can, but I don't know. Makoto does wake up block when they're in Tandarenki. So the command grab is going to be free there. She can't do anything to preempt it. You can't jump out of it in that context, since it's a hit grab. You know, low versus standing attack, delayed versus non-delayed. The mix-up is just very horrible. You're very, very likely to open Makoto up if she doesn't have blocking to fall back on. Like, a lot of people, when they go for stuff that's supposed to counter parrying, they do stuff that's still safe. You know? Like, you wouldn't do a meaty super on someone because they could just block. Or like a meaty EX DP. See that? You wouldn't normally do that because there's a possibility they could block. But there's no possibility that Makoto could block, so you can do some things that would normally be really bad ideas on Tandarenki Makoto. Like a meaty super. Get hit, that's next level, that's 300 IQ. This Ken player just did fucking get hit by dash punch into four dash. Yeah, Makoto can do that. Makoto can do wake up super and have their meaty whiff. Or rather, usually instead of having their meaty whiff, she just reacts to what their meaty was and parries it. It's better to get the parry than it is to let it fully whiff. It depends, contextually, but usually it's better to get the parry, because the parry locks them on the ground and stuff in a punishable way. Good lord, this Ken. He's doing a lot of unsafe stuff. That was an EX Tatsu. That was a whiff finish. This Ken. I like him. That was well spaced. I'm not sure which side that would have hit on if Makoto didn't kind of try and jump out. Ugh. It's kind of a weird situation after parrying that. Nice. Good job meeting Ken midair. Trading there is normally not that great, although you do get a damage advantage if you hit him with a heavy. But like Ken will probably beat you. It probably won't even be a trade. Speaking as a character who's exceedingly good at anti-airing with neutral jumps. I'm gonna take a piss. I'll be right back. I missed a whole round. I was playing a Sean yesterday, and it was pretty funny. He kept on hitting me with the tornado kick, and some wonky stuff kept happening. It would get the first hit and not the second, or it would, like, kept on whiffing the last hit on Oro, and I kept on falling out. Nice little conversion. And he ended up being like on hit. He ended up being like -6 or something, and I was getting like Sandstrong punishes. See that? You see how much damage and stun that did? Time out. Let's go back. Let's go back and watch it again. This is what I was talking about. If you get a good conversion with Ton and Renki. Oh, that's disrespectful. Killed him with the fucking taunt cherry tap. Oro's taunt has no hitbox. Sad days. Another one? I would really like that. Got the low. It's pretty scary when you're in corner too. I think Brady's Booger can kill, yeah. It only does like 10 damage or something though. Oh, that was so nice. But he didn't have a super meter. So even going for the low is not, you know. It was not very rewarding. That's a little problem Ken has. If you have a super, you use the super. If you've got a no super, you use an EX Fireball. If you've got no super and no EX Fireball, Ken's options go to shit. If you've got no meter at all, Ken's options are actually surprisingly bad. That was a nice mirror placement. And that was all comboed. Black poison, best poison. Canonized black poison. We already have some poison recolors. Why not a black one? I was looking bad for a sec. Roxy playable. She's already playable. She's an alternate color palette for poison. She's like color 2. That's not good enough? You trying to tell me that you don't like that? Some people are never happy. I'm kind of sad that Zeku is kind of hurting Guy's chances of ever making it into Street Fighter 5. Cody and Guy are a nice pair. I like when we get one and the other. Okay, my undivided attention is back. Oh, he just got hit. What was he doing? Wake up super? Maybe? Wake up super does work. Hugo has invincibility on the only frame that matters. It is a true reversal. Hugo's still in this. He's got to go for, yeah. He needed a good connect. The guy half of Zeku is enough like guy. It feels guy-ish to me. Where are the Aura players at these events? Why is Aura so unplayed? He's like not that hard to play and he's strong. I'd love to see Zeku in other Street Fighter engines. Who was it who actually fights Peter in-game? Is it? No, I don't remember who it is. Is it Kami? HP Baton is the one I want to take. The first hit of HP Baton does not combo into the second hit. And also it's unsafe on block. Like really unsafe. I really want to be able to play as like the Shin Bison, the Shin Ryu, the Shin Akuma that we've had. There must be modders who can very easily do that. But I would love to do videos on them. That is a true reversal. Didn't end up working too well for him. Here's another one. Let's do it. Yeah. No respect. I'd have done the same damn thing. Is there a Shin Fong? I'm only aware of the 3. There's an extra Nakali too. It's not just more damage and cheap AI. They've got some opened up combo routes too. Didn't you see the Shinryu just recently? He had a fucking 2-bar Shinku Hadoken. And he also had a 3-bar Shin Shoryu. His DPs weren't crush counter punishable. And they recovered really fast. There were a lot of differences. I saw that Shinryu and I was like, you know what? Like, I want that. I want a whole game of those. Oh, the anti-ATC. Capcom clearly knows how to make that character. Just go nutty. Give us that whole game of extremely busted characters. Yeah, he has a 3-bar Shinchoryu. They added a super for him. Imagine if Ryu had a V-trigger that turned him into that. That's what Denshin mode should have been. I like the idea of Denshin mode, but the fireball should charge a lot fucking faster. All of the fireballs should charge as fast as the EX1 currently charges. When has Ryu ever been exciting? Probably the best ever designed Ryu is the Street Fighter 4 one. I can't think of a better one than that one. The Ryu in this game is really interesting, but it's not Ryu-ish. It's a bit Ryu-ish. I got some hints. I feel like Capcom will never do that, but I would really like it. I'd be down with Fuikado Ryu. Cross-up air Tatsus I would also be down with, but probably no conversion from them. That's how I'd like it. Like Akuma. Omega Mode... Omega Mode's balance is not significantly different from Ultra's. The impression everyone got that all Omega Mode characters are busted is just inexperience with the characters. A lot of them have things that on the surface look really busted, but is actually not that good. Or like it's good, but like you can play around it. Ooh. This isn't gonna kill, but... Oh, okay. That is a lot. That's a nice conversion. Low parry, low parry. Yes, an air parry would destroy. Street Fighter 5. It would need to have a lot of recovery on the ground, to be fair. It would need to be like if you jump in air parry, um, and the opponent doesn't do anything, you just like sit there like an idiot once you hit the ground. That shit already feels nasty on M. Bison. And he's the only character with anything like that. A jump in invincible move. And it's like really specific for Bison. So you need a fucking super, and you can't really do it on reaction to their anti-air. So you've gotta bet your life on it. If Ryu could just do... Like, a lot of characters can't put together a very good anti-air. If Ryu could make every single jump into a 50-50. Like, some characters have some good options. Like, maybe Kami could do, like, back strong, cancel the DP, or, like, something like that. I don't know how the fuck air cross-up Tatsu would work. Oh, you mean it already works? Yeah, it's like bad. It's like technically it works, but the motion is really stupid and the height is very specific, and I think it only gets one hit, right? It's because the EX pauses midair. He'd rather have one that was falling. Ooh. A lot of damage on this. Where's the TC? Okay. Oh, he got the red parry. That's a really easy parry, too, once you get the red. It's 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 3-4. Makoto might only need to parry the last one 3 times. I think some characters might need to parry it like 5. Getting the red parry is the hardest part. Both players were on tilt after the super failed to kill. Buff the V-triggers. I agree. I like the buffs they gave to Sonic Move for Nash. I still feel like it's not great. I feel like it's a better trigger, but I feel like it's not on par with most V-triggers these days. It's just kind of, it's there and it's gone. Even if you use it to get like one punish combo. Like what's the best thing that can happen with Sonic Move? It's like you Sonic Move on reaction to a fireball, and then you get Staying Fierce into heavy Sonic Scythe. It's like that's it. That's all you got. You got one combo. So it's kind of cool when they gave him like low forward into activate. That was a lot more plus. Stuff like that. Sonic Move that moved a lot faster. That was a nice change for Nash. Sonic Boom cross-up setup is memes. converting from EX boom is kind of good. But like still, you know, the most you get is usually like 200 damage you wouldn't have normally gotten. Damn. Chun-Li's taunt takes an hour. And disrespect, complete and total disrespect. Look at Chun-Li's meters. This is over. Damn. This is bully territory. This Chun-Li's moving with confidence I've never seen. Dudley can't duck spinning bird, so it can be annoying to punish. That works. Double upper. No reversal super. It's gonna kill there. That was pretty risky. I don't think it's great or anything, but I think that Birdie's VT2 is actually alright. I would like it to be able to combo for more stuff. I want him to be able to throw like out a stand strong and then cancel that to the chain and have it combo. The chain is too specific to combo. You have to cancel it from like Stain Fierce or fucking Stand House. That's annoying. But apart from that, I actually like the chain itself. It kind of goes away too fast as well. I'm pretty sure that doesn't work. Unless some 3.5 changed something. Damn. That was a punish, I think. I don't think Birdie's VT2 is the most needed buffs, but for what it's worth, I don't think I've ever seen a Birdie pick VT2. But like when I labbed it, it was like, you know, this is something. This exists. Maybe if the VT2 pull-in was +2. What is it now, -2? Right? If it was +2, it'd be really good. And then even if you only got 3 uses, it would still pay for itself really nicely. It feels like Birdie's VT1 lasts a lot longer, while also doing better things for him. I don't know. VT2 does more than just give him the chain specials. But the special moves it powers up aren't as useful. It's like VT1 powers up some of your special moves, VT2 powers up other ones. But like the power up special moves you get from VT2 are not as useful. Powered up chain is not as useful as powered up bullhead. Powered up bull revenger is not as useful as powered up zonk. Making it 2 bars would make it pretty good, just instantly. Wow. Pretty good start. Mmm. Ooh, combo? That was not a combo. Yeah, Chun-Li juggles nicely here. Look at this. Where'd the round go? It's like it's already over. I think Young can do 2 jabs into a dash punch, but rarely are you in that scenario. But he got a crouch jab there, and it's like, isn't there something? This could still go either way. That super activate was kind of early. I would like to beat it a bit later. I think Young can naturally link out of Universal Overhead against Chun-Li because she's very tiny, which is normally a good thing for her, but it does make it easier to combo out of Universal Overhead. A lot of characters, like Ken, for example, he can get a Universal Overhead at any range against Chun-Li, and as long as she's crouching, the super link is available. Now, it's not like that's amazing, because, ooh, that all combo? Yeah. It's not like that's amazing, because very close Universal Overhead still really punishable on block. But it's nice to not have to worry about the height. Oh, what the fuck? That was a really weird time to stop blocking. That should have been... That was really bad. This better be some birdie BT2 stuff. That's BT1. What'd you get? You got a Stand Fierce? I didn't see the beginning. Stand Strong. With Punisher, Dalsum Stand Strong. That's nice. That's some good shit. That looks very attainable to get in a real match, to be honest. I wish you luck. It's never going to happen if only because you're never going to run into any sims. Because there are none. Because all the would-be sim players are out there playing BlazBlue. Guilty Gear. Because Sim is an anime character. Yun is a more interesting character than Chun-Li. Tier... The way that tier factors into entertainment is strange. Characters with more options or like greater capacity to make like impressive reads are typically more fun to watch. Yun has a lot of options and he has good capacity to make reads. So he's like not too bad to watch even though he's like, you know, a lot of the stuff he has are pretty grody. Whereas Chun-Li kind of dumbs down the game. Chun-Li doesn't really have that much of an ability to make impressive reads and she doesn't really need to make impressive reads. And she also doesn't have that many options. So she's typically not that entertaining. A lot of people like watching low tier characters just because they're rare. Or because it's interesting to see why they're, you know, what their tools are. Why they're strong and why they're not strong. Walk speed is not so different in this game across the cast. Some characters do walk faster than others, but it's not really a huge factor for anyone. Oof. The backdash. This probably still kills. What the fuck? Why a dash punch? That's probably a failed shoulder. I wouldn't be too bummed out if they revealed that Q was an alien. I would actually quite like that. I don't mind robot either. I like to say that I would dislike any reveal about Q, but if they just came out there and they're like, "Oh, Q's an alien," it's fucking Tyrant Punisher. My man out here running. Dude, what are these supers? It's Super 2 Yun and Super 1 Urian. These supers are actually okay. These are okay supers that these two characters picked. See what the Yun has for his confirms. That was a confirm right there. That confirms super. That confirms super. Pop, 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 pop. The easiest way to think about Yun Super 2 is that it's a slightly more expensive Shippuden Raikyaku. It's got like similar confirms. Except Yun has a command grab. And you can do command grab less strong super, for example. Does about the same damage. It's got about the same speed, about the same range. That links. Low strong links to super. A raw low strong is a super confirm for Yun. It's like Ken. I'm kind of down for them to reveal that Q is actually the President of the United States. Which seems to be something they're playing around with revealing. I think Light Dash Punch punishes that. Hey, Tyrant Punisher. That actually does mad damage too, that's the best part. This is an interesting little matchup. I'd like to watch these guys play a first 100 just to see what they've got with their supers. Oh, that could have been it. 2 stand jabs into EX tackle into super. He didn't have enough meter. Nice, good confirm. Damage is not all there on the super, but the fact that it's so readily available. It whiffed! I guess you have to do low forward on Urian. Ooh, empty cancel. That's another way to set it up. Oof. This is game 41, Red versus White War. Good lord. Like, of all the people that Q could be, I don't want to know, but I'm down for President of the United States. Yo-ho! With LK dive kick into EXDP. The mix-up is with LK dive kick into command grab, which is a very common command grab setup. So people tend to treat it like a command grab setup. But EXDP beats everything that command grab that people would do in response to a command grab. Poo. You get heavy shoulder into is it? It might be medium shoulder into heavy dash punch. You get something there. He got the corner setup, which is even stronger. Yoho hits like a freight train. Let's actually look at Chun-Li's health right there. I want to see what it did to her HP. Let me get my mouse over there. Is it here? Here. Damn it. It was like there. I mean, that did fuck her up. It's quite a lot of damage. Took about half her life bar away from letting Yoho. It wasn't even like an optimal starter. Q having blonde hair, first I've heard. Show me the poster, I want to see it. Oof. I thought the leading theory with Q was he was the black guy from Q's ending. And he was bald, if memory serves. Whoa, it's just asking me to save it. Why can't I view it? Someone get a better link than that one. My mouse is stuck. Mouse. Work. Okay, there it goes. I guess I could save that image and then view it. Yo-ho! That's the fall off I'm used to seeing. That's the light dive kick into command grab. Or that was regular grab, but you know. Chun's dad. Dorai, I think his name is. I don't remember, it's been so long. I thought Chun-Li's dad was just dead and that was that. Damn, 2 Yo-Hos in 1 round. Okay, this whole time I was expecting, like, Q to take off the mask and it's G underneath. But what you're saying is that G takes off the face and it's Q underneath. I kind of like that. That's a different direction to take that. Something just hits him across the face and there's a robot underneath. Like Terminator. The scene in T1 where Arnold's working on his face is the second best scene in the movie. The best scene in the movie is the apocalyptic future where the people are watching TV and then the TV's on fire. Also, T2 is the best sequel in all history. Ken's pretty scary when he corners you. Low jab, low short is only done because it is a low parry on the second hit. Very nice. I think Yum was going for some low parries there. There it is. Pa. Ooh. Fun fact. Yum with Super 2 stocks more EX meter than any other character in the entire game. The most hated character in the whole canon. I feel like there's a really obvious character who that is, and I don't think it's Laura. I have so much third strike footage, it's unreal. Is Ingrid the most hated? It's probably Rufus. I don't know. I think a lot of people kind of like Rufus, they just hate fighting him. I think a lot of people kind of like Rufus's character. He's funny. He's like deliberately awful. He's like the Wario of Street Fighter. EX chop works there, but he didn't spin the bar. And honestly, it's not the thing he should have done anyway. How about that? I don't think he reacted to that EX dash punch with that super. I don't really know why he did that super. Remy? I don't think anyone has any strong opinions at all about Remy. I guess people hate him. I guess people hate that he's not Guile. But that's like the only thing that people really hate about him, I think, is that he's not Guile. I don't think people have strong opinions about Remy. Apart from the fact that he's not Guile. The white who punches the black guy in the SF2 intro. That guy's name, it's like, I forget. He's like a very weird character. I think it's not Joe, but it might be Joe. Joe is the guy from Street Fighter 1. It might be Sam. Someone go on the CFN. Find that guy. You have Mirror here. Oh, no you don't. Because it's fucking Tyrant Punisher you're in. I'm pretty sure his name is Sam. He's like only in that one little thing. Not anywhere else in the entire series. That was a pretty bad punish. He didn't parry the last hit. Max? Oh, it's funny if his name is Max and I thought it was Sam. Or is Max the black one? Scott. Scott's the white guy, isn't it? Nice. Dio. I don't remember if I've said recently, but the character I'm really desperate for them to add to Street Fighter is Gorbachev. We've already confirmed that he exists in the Street Fighter universe. I would be fucking so elated to have a playable Gorbachev in a fighting game. I would fucking die for that. If I could choose any character to add to Street Fighter 5, it would be fucking Gorbachev. I don't remember his name. It's like Great Leader. Dude, imagine if G was the president of the United States and then they added Gorbachev in Season 4. He had Stand Strong there. You should always take that when it's available. It's reactable. If you ever mess up your combo with Dudley, you can juggle a Stand Strong. A lot of Dudley players aren't ready to do it, but it's like quite good. If we could have a US president and a fucking Russian bullshit as two playable characters in Street Fighter, I would name one of them. You can parry, I think you can parry both hits of the Crouch Fierce either direction. I think you can parry both hits high or hope both hits low. The second one might be high parry only. That's like the most boring possible explanation for Q. I like to think he's fully removed from all other villains. I want him to be a full rogue agent. I want him to be like not affiliated with anything so far. Not in the Cali, not fucking... Ooh, that was pretty daring, wasn't it? How often do you see that? Dash in, cross counter. Nice. People do not treat Urian like he has a wake-up invincible attack. That's because that's the only one. EX Headbutt is Airborne Frame 1. Has no invincibility at all. But you can use it like a reversal because it's Airborne Frame 1. What the fuck? Just for the chip. That's red parries all the way across, and it's quite fast. So it is a good chip tool. Nice DP. All 6 hits of knee bash. What up? That purple Ken was not mashing. Or at least not very hard. Reminder that Rollo forward can be punished by reversal super by Ken. That cross-up is pretty tricky to see. I need to remember to put that in my Ken guide. Time out while I open up my Ken guide. Oh yeah, look at this. Alright, I added it. I've had that Ken guide open on my desktop for like 3 weeks now. I've been adding things to it very slowly. The review guide was so good. It came out perfectly. Everyone liked it. If I could make a Ken guide that was that good. Ooh. Where's the juggle? He missed it stand strong. Oh, he missed it again. It's not an easy juggle. The scenario is very... Oh no, that was such a bad jump. The scenario is very weird after drill kick from Necro. Aura Guide already exists. Watch Man of Gold. All you'll get if you watch an Aura Guide from me is commentary. Ooh. Both throws seem to go really far. Ken has like a teeny tiny car throw. It's like almost got the same range as his normal throw. He has a big car throw off of low roundhouse, but it's very hard to do. It's also not that big. Kind of exaggerated a bit. What are these supers? Kikosho against Makoto. That's pretty cool. Nice. That EX Fireball is very famous for being bad. It doesn't really do anything at all. So the thing about Kikosho Chun-Li, the thing about Chun-Li with Super 2 is that once you stock the super, then you've got to play like her crouch medium kick kills you. And in doing that, you let her build a lot more bar. So she can go from 1 bar to... She's not very good when she's got no meter, but she can go from 1 bar to 2 bar very easily. But the thing about Super 1 Chun-Li is that once she builds a bar, she can't build any more meter. So you can't really build bar while you're threatening that low forward super. So even though Super 1 for Chun-Li is actually not bad at all, the fact that you only get one of them, and then once it's gone, you're back to being the shitty Chun-Li again. If both of them were 1 super bar, they would be... Super 1 would probably be the better one. No, it would easily be the better one. But the fact that Super 2 has another super meter, even though Chun-Li doesn't really use EX that much. EX is like not really a factor there. It's just the ability to stock 2 supers is a really big deal for Chun-Li. But like Super 1 is a slightly better super in a vacuum. Because it's got all the setups that Super 2 does, but also has ooh, that was unsafe. Also has anti-air properties and is harder to parry. I don't know if it's harder to parry. They're both pretty hard to parry. Oof. Nice. When you fuck up and then you just use it as an opportunity to parry again. That's something I do too. That's a medium kick. No, it's everyone else. It might have been a punish. They've got similar looking setup, but it was a high parry either way. I don't know which of those is a worse super. That's a hard call. They're both really bad. Having a command grab that's pretty fast is actually pretty useful for Q. That's the one thing Final Destruction does that's okay. And it's a mix-up with the quarter circle forward punch in a way. I think if the quarter circle forward punch is parried, the super doesn't even end, which is kind of cool. Q super just keeps going. Q's other supers are actually pretty good, so you don't really want to mess around with 3 for that reason alone. But I guess it's not that horrible of a super. It doesn't take any of his tools away, although it is pretty hard to confirm. Yeah, if it trades, it doesn't end. There's a lot of combo videos use shit like that. The problem with the copy super, which you rarely see in these sorts of videos, is that you can stall it out real easily. If you just let him do the copy super and then just wait for it to end, he has a guaranteed punishable state where he takes like triple damage. People tend to just fight him, but you don't have to. Oof. Dead to the Karakusa. You don't see that very often. I love big beefy hit supers, and Q Super 2 is probably the best of those. Or Shinshoyu. Both good. I do like the danger. The sound clip of danger is really cool. Something about that being the only word that comes out of this character. It's just really badass. The voice is pretty unique, too. I wouldn't really call it menacing. But it being the only word that Q speaks. And the fact that it's like, I don't know, it's like borderline warning the opponent. Can you say that's warning? Is Q warning the opponent? Or is he warning onlookers or what? What the fuck's going on there? QEX is pretty good. EX dash punch is awesome. EX slaps is important. I also wouldn't say that Q's confirms are amazing, although they exist. They're like good enough that you can find them. Okay, he only has like fucking 4 special moves, and 2 of them have useful EXs. And one of them doesn't have any EX at all. One of the speakers is louder than the other one on this setup. On the right side it's all loud, but on the left side it's all weak. Yeah, that EX Kikoken, it's not great. It's nullified by a single parry. That Stand Fierce was probably a failed EX Fireball Super or something of that degree. Scary. There it is. I've just got so much footage. Turbine. We might have watched this one at some point in the past. It's because Shen uploads stuff like 2 years out of date. So this is just from the East versus West channel. But it's from a 2016 tournament. She was jumping and parrying, but probably earlier than when Remy hit the button. Weird thing about Elena is her neutral throw crosses up. Her neutral throw is a back throw. Elena only has one throw animation. So neutral throw, forward throw, and back throw are all the same animation. But all it changes is the direction you throw the opponent. Ibuki has the same thing. But if you're neutral with Elena, it comes out as a back throw rather than a forward throw, which is kind of weird. It doesn't really affect anything, so you should pretty much always be holding a direction while throwing. No, that's an entirely different bug. If two people back throw at the same time while at point blank, they can switch sides. But both of them, I think both of them need to be back throws, and they need to be very close. I wouldn't say it happens to me a lot, but I'm like, I'm never surprised when it happened. But I think that happened to me during one or two of the Wednesday night fights. And it was like no big deal to me, but the commentators were like, whoa, you guys see that? I want to say that can happen between any two characters. I don't know what the fuck that was. He really tried to EX flash kick something from that far away. I'm curious about the Super 1 here. I feel like Super 3 is a lot better versus Remy. Both because you can stock two of them and it confirms easier, and also for the stun when Remy has very low stun. 3 good reasons to pick Super 3. Generally, I think for Necro they're about the same. Super 1 is a bit better in neutral, Super 3 is a bit better for its rewards. But they've got similar setups, so it's pretty interchangeable. No anti-air super. That would have been some good shit. Anti-air super is really good for Necro. It's a lot of parries. Tries to do jump strong. I don't know if he had anything good to do besides air parry, which is what I would have done. That's what he should have done. That super is not very hard to parry at all. Although usually you don't get a punish or anything once you parry it. That's kind of cool. Necro can't find anything. Anti-air super would have been okay there too. Probably would have been good there. Oh, that's it. No, he didn't cancel. Any successful hammer hook can be cancelled into a Super 1. Light or medium, doesn't matter. Light hammer hook into Super 3 doesn't hit properly, but into Super 1 it does hit properly. Although I think you get a little bit more damage out of medium hammer hook into Super 1. I think medium already does a little bit more damage, and then also you get like an extra hit of juggle or two, because the juggle potential is used up slower. Gal's a really cool character in SF5. It's easy to hate him right now, because he's doing pretty well, tier-wise. He's top 3, probably. But, I think his tool set is super interesting. It's probably the most interesting it's ever been, and it's usually interesting. Gal's like a staple of the series. I will never be mad if they add Chun-Li, Gal, Ryuken, or Zangief to any Street Fighter game. Probably on Bison as well. I like, that was a failed super, I guess? I don't know. It was weird. Rhino Horn is a hard move to get on accident. Gal that can partition is quite interesting when you put it like that. Remy has a pretty interesting tool set. It just doesn't work very well. If it worked better, he'd be a really cool character. His entire tool set doesn't work in the engine. Someone asked me pretty recently. They were like, "What would you do to make Remy cool?" And I said I'd give him fireballs that started and stopped. Like he throws a fireball, it pauses, and then it moves again. Moves, pause, moves. And then which version of the fireball it was would affect where the pause happened. And that would make them a lot fucking more annoying than parry. Like a lot more annoying than parry. It would also give him some meaty setups where he could potentially cross up to the other side. And then he could get like cross up unblockables. Imagine if you could throw like a fireball that paused and then anti-air, like the opponent jumps in, and then you anti-air with crouch first and they land on the fireball while it was paused. Stuff like that. It would give him some new combo routes too. If fireballs hit delayed, it would let him have delayed fireball connects more. And it would let him abuse the fact that he's got 2 fireballs on the screen. Right now, like, you can only throw a second fireball while the first fireball is like right on the edge. But like, you could actually have 2 fireballs in relatively useful positions on the screen if one of them paused, if both of them paused. I would give him stopping and starting fireballs. I think that'd be a really cool change to make Remy cool. It would take all of Remy's existing features and make them kind of work better. It's like a single change that would make it more interesting. I probably would have made Stain Fierce into a light cold blue kicker combo as well. Fireballs that come from the other side of the screen. Raiden had that in Mortal Kombat. MK9 and MKX. I think only one of his variations has it in MKX. It's pretty godlike. I think he had it in one of the Street Fighter. I think he had it in one in like MK3 or something as well. I like one of them. He had like a fireball he could shoot backwards. Some of the MK staple characters actually have some really cool moves. MK gets no love. That being said, some moves are a little bit too programmed in the way their combos work. Oh, a little early. I like special moves where the combos don't really write themselves. Like if I made a special move in a fighting game, I'd make like, let's say, a little 3-hit rush. 1, 2, 3. Think like a 3 Rekka series, but it's just one special move. But it's like straight hit, upward hit, and then like big swing or something like that. I make it so you could jump during the second hit. You could super jump cancel, so it ended early. And then if they're being juggled by that special move, then you'd be able to combo in the air. I like stuff like that. I'll put that game in my beat 'em up whenever I make my beat 'em up, which will be never. He did anti-O2 parry. Lena has a good air TC against Hugo because Hugo's a tall boy. This is hard for Elena to win. That was deep. Even if that was parried. Hugo's in a pretty terrifying position. Nice. I'm currently working on 2 video games with like 2 more that are theorized. I don't know if I'll ever finish any of them, but I sure would like to. Best sweep in the game is a hard question to answer. If you're talking about his crutch run-outs, it's actually awful. If you're talking about his crutch forward, then it's one of the best in the game, yeah. It's more like Hugo doesn't really have a whole lot of things that are competing with it. He's got like 1 good high poke and 1 good low poke. Look at that. He's got all 3 taunts up. This is awful now. Wow. What just happened? So I saw the cross up EX dash punch. Hugo wall bounced behind Q. I thought Q hit him with something, but it was just Hugo bouncing off the wall. Very unusual. No super confirm. That's probably not true. He probably doesn't even have the worst normals in this game. Well, he has some of the worst normals. Some of Hugo's normals are truly shitty. Sermenhouse is very shit. I think Stairman is probably worse than Crouch Hard Kick and Crouch Hard Punch. At least they both have a minor purpose. Stairman doesn't do anything, and it's really unsafe and easy to whip punish. Like, at least fucking Crouch Hard Punch has some kind of anti-air properties. Nice. But like, if you look at the totality of Hugo's normals, they're not too bad. Wow. Jump jab. The commentator called it jump strong. Jump Jupan. Hugo's jump jab and jump strong have the same animation, but you could tell it was a jab based on the fact that the sound effect it made when it connected. Plus, the fact that Q got cherry tapped. Crouch hard kick has a magic range where it's quite good, but it's still very unsafe. But the thing about crouch hard kick is it's a low and then it turns into an overhead after it travels a certain distance. So if you can get the opponent right at that distance, then it's really hard to spot whether it's about to be a low or about to be an overhead. Wow, nice reset. Oh, that would have been like near kill. Same medium kick for Hugo is not great either. Low strong has very little purpose. It can be used as a counter poke in some matchups, and you can juggle it after a neutral throw in the corner, and that's about it. Not a big list. Hugo's lights are good, and then stand strong and low forward, and that's like all of his good normals. But that's still a longer list than a lot of characters. Q has a lot of useless normals. Back strong is very specific. Stand strong is pretty shit. Stand forward is pretty good. Close forward is pretty good. Stand fierce is pretty shit. It's not like super duper shit. Back fierce is pretty shit. Stand roundhouse is pretty shit except in one specific juggle. Crouch roundhouse is pretty shit. Crouch fierce is okay. It's not great. Stand medium kick is an overhead for the second hit, I think, for Hugo. Back roundhouse is pretty shit. Hugo has a lot of overheads. Stand medium kick's an overhead. I think stand roundhouse is an overhead. Stand fierce is an overhead. Crouch roundhouse at far away is an overhead. And then he's got an overhead on the third hit of his Super 3. He's got an impressive list of overheads, and then he's got 2 lows. Q Super 2 is a ground bounce, technically. And QEX dash punch is a wall bounce, technically. Q's got both of them. I'm down for a ceiling bounce. A moon bounce if you're outside. This is Takahashi. He's a really good Q player. If you've never seen him before, he's actually like someone. Meaty slaps. That wasn't even light slaps. Light slaps are actually surprisingly safe. I looked up the frame data recently. It's like -4, like -3. I was like caught off guard. I was like, whoa. It's not too punishable actually. The other two are both like -8 or worse. I think off of that jump back medium kick, he might have been able, especially if it hit later, he might have been able to link a super once he landed. But that was so specific. Nice. Why command grab? I guess that's not too bad. It's not like he had anything great there. I don't think he had a chop. Very rarely do you have parry at the chop. Bounce off the screen. The only game I can think of where characters bounce off the screen are Smash Bros. Actually, with the opposite of the star KO or whatever it's called. Why do I like this game? It's fun. It's very technical. The ceiling is very high on it compared to other Street Fighter games. Like, parries aren't guessing. I mean, obviously you can guess parry, but like a lot of attacks have a block that you can just do, like fucking Q slaps, for example, or like fucking most any 2-hit attack, where you can just parry the second hit and just parry from there on out. And most people don't do it, but like it's there, and occasionally it's necessary. And even when it's not necessary, it leads to you getting more bar and getting a bigger punish. And that's not you know, that's not guess based at all. That's not luck based. Street Fighter 3 has a really high ceiling. There's also always something that you could have done. There are like very few checkmate scenarios, and it's usually very obvious what you should have done to fucking not die. I mean, you can guess parry. I said at the time, I was like, fucking guess parries are a thing. If this game was really random, then better players wouldn't consistently win. People like to say it's random because you can guess, and you can get paid off for guessing. But then, like, the tournaments are the same players every fucking time. Doing well. So it doesn't really fly. This game is just totally random. If this game was totally random, I wouldn't be able to beat people 50 times in a row. That's my point, is that it's like the guessing isn't actually a detriment to this game. People like to treat it like it is. But like literally every fighting game has mix-ups. This game just has a lot of mix-ups and they happen quickly, which makes it feel very dynamic, but it's not actually different from other fighting games. That EX headbutt didn't hit properly. That was a really cool setup too, but he lost one of the hits of his EX headbutt. It's very satisfying to be able to hit a parry and then go for a follow-up combo. I'm not even sure if I believe you when you say you don't like it. You're just coming in and tossing all this random shit out. It's like, oh man, this game looks so ugly when fucking literally everyone says it's got one of the best sprite works of any video game, any fighting game. I think if you were an artist, you'd be able to acknowledge that especially well. I think you're just coming in here trying to start shit. I don't think you would come in and bash Street Fighter 3 instead of just not coming in at all. Unless you were trying to start shit. I don't think you would have stayed here. Unless you were trying to start shit. Let me come into a Street Fighter 3 room where people are all watching and enjoying Street Fighter 3, and let me say it's got some of the worst animations and also that it's not fun to play. Anyway, punish scenarios happen a lot in this game, and punish scenarios are satisfying to hit. Ah. I would have liked to give it as live commentary rather than post commentary, but I didn't think about it till after the fact. I probably came across as especially calm and rational doing post commentary compared to what I would have been doing live. I think I play better when I'm not commentating though. The thing about Viscant is the differences are not bad. The thing about the entire Viscant situation. Ooh, that was such a good punish. Holy shit. He couldn't get enough damage though. The parry. I have donations. Don't I? I don't have a PayPal link, but you can sub to my channel. I do actually have a PayPal link, but I'm not going to post it. In case someone gives me a donation, I don't want that. I have a Patreon, but the link is literally nowhere. That parry was actually a thing of beauty. I feel like in other Street Fighter games, punish scenarios don't happen enough. That's one thing I like about parries. When do you get a punish? When do you get like a real big punish in Street Fighter 4? You either get it when someone does a very unsafe attack, and you know it's very deliberate. It's like here's an attack that's intended to be punishable. And Street Fighter 5 is even worse about that. You know, it's like, well, the balancing factor of this DP is that it's unsafe on block, and that's fine. But it's just like, you know, that's the one scenario where you really get a big beefy punish combo on a good opponent. And when do big punish combos happen in Street Fighter 5? Again, same scenario. But at least Street Fighter 4, you got them after focus attacks too. A football giveaway? What? The thing about Street Fighter 3 is that parries can happen and parries can lead to punish scenarios, but you've got to eyeball. You got to be really careful about what kind of punish you take when. But you can take something safe and then make it punishable by a full punish combo, which most other Street Fighter games don't let you do. You're only limited by your execution in this game. Even the ability to make reads is really satisfying. It's really frustrating when I'm playing someone in Street Fighter 4 and I know what they're going to do, but the best possible thing I can do to it is block it. It's like, shit, if I'm dead certain that he's about to do something, shouldn't that be a weapon? And in Street Fighter 3 it is. And that makes people play in a different way. It makes the game way less flowcharty. This is actually one of the least flowcharty Street Fighters, Because if it's flowchart, you can just parry. Well, Street Fighter 5 is like that too. Street Fighter 5 is also like you know what they're gonna do, but it doesn't help you in any way. If I'm dead certain that Nikali's about to fucking hit medium kick on me, my best option is to block it. And then he's +2 or whatever. Nice chase. There are a lot of characters like that. Like, everyone in the game is like that. Street Fighter 4 and 5 are full of flowchart. Literally, I do one of two things after every fucking knockdown for Sakura. There's no need for me to do anything super weird, because I already have like a really solid like 50-50 between two options. And they're safe even if like blocked. And I do the same shit that like better Sakura players do. Nice. He got a high connect, so he had to do something very specific when he landed. Instant super was a good option. Maybe those reversals are actually not a great solution in my opinion. Because that's still only just a third option. Parry looks like one option, but it's actually a shit ton. Because there's different variable timings and there's also variable parry follow-ups. It's versatile. DP is not versatile. And that's interesting when you're actually playing. When it's when you know if you're doing something expected that you could get parried. So you have to have a certain component to being unexpected. You have to have meaties that aren't your best meaties, but you just do them because it's a mix-up, because you don't want to get parried. And that's why even though Ken Stand Strong is a really good meaty when he's got no meter, and Ken Low Short is a really bad meaty when he's got no meter, Ken players still mix it up because they don't want to get parried. Chess has no guessing. There's literally no guessing in chess. You can make a video game with no guessing. Just have fucking chess. Chess just has a little bit of guessing. I don't know what you mean by what do I think of Cody. I don't have any. What about Cody? His reverse options? Or what? Ooh. Do I like him? He's alright. I probably wouldn't play him, but he seems interesting. I particularly like his VT2 with the Oki setup stuff. Ooh, nice. Cody's tier is 3 question marks. Knife is alright. I feel like it's less interesting, but it's not bad. I feel like it's a little bit worse, but it might be matchup dependent. It feels matchup dependent. Feels like which one he wants is based on his opponent. But, like, I find the pipe to be more interesting. If I was a Cody player, I'd still probably pick both of them. Thanatos is so weird. I love that setup. It's safe on parry. Whoa! It's a bit like that. Neat. One and gone. Yeah, you can waste the whole thing in one combo. The really cool thing about the knife is that the knife throw is +3 on block. And then also has combos on hit. You have a lot of stuff that just ends in plus frames with the knife. Ew. He dropped it. Or it was tiny. Ryu's parry in Street Fighter 5 fucking sucks. It's not even the same thing as a Street Fighter 3 parry. It has commitment. Parries in this game don't have commitment. The only commitment is the direction you're hitting that's not block. Ryu, you've actually got like a recovery period. It's like an entirely different beast. There's so many things about it that are different. That was a car fireball. That was empty jump. That was that empty jump low forward uppercut was a mix up with empty jump stomp, or not empty jump stomp, but you know, jump stomp. The thing about the knife throw and the special move you get with knife is they're actually pretty similar. They're both +3 and they both consume about the same amount of V-meter. I think the knife throw consumes a little less, but then you've got to pull the knife back out. Technically the knife throw consumes none at all, but pulling out the new knife costs a lot. I can tell if something's a car fireball based on the one frame before it connects. Timeout. We're at 91 seconds in match 3. I think it was the beginning of this round. Was it here? There, see it? He moved forward. I know the range of fucking Aura's fireball. He should not have moved forward in order to throw that fireball. And I also saw the one frame of stay medium kick. Where were we? I think I went too far. Oof. Punish for baiting the opponent's parry. There already is. If I know the opponent's parrying, I can already fuck him up. I like talked about that in the parries video, the parries primer. He got far medium kick. He wanted close medium kick. No. If I know the opponent's gonna parry, I can mix him up. The real problem with parries is they could just be blocking, so you can't go really crazy. Oh, look, there it is. I'm glad that I got a nice big video out of that. It's very intimidating to make a video on something as crazy as parries. But I actually got a lot of information out, and people seem to think that it all was pretty good. Look at that, 449 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down. That went pretty well in my opinion. Wow. EX Fukiyage hit like a stay medium kick. If Young can get 3 Guineas up, he's probably already won. See, that's the kind of thing I want to read. I want to be the best. That's my goal with the Street Fighter 3 videos. That was my goal with Street Fighter tutorials in general. It's not like I was the first guy to make Street Fighter tutorials, but there wasn't much competition. Most fighting game guides would be about a specific character, a specific situation. There was not a lot of general tutorials at all. So I had very little competition being anyone. It's very easy to just come out there and be better than everyone else just because everyone else sucks. I don't think I've ever watched one of Rennick's little videos. I've like watched Rennick's match videos, but not any of his primaries or tutorials. Oh, look at Akuma's health bar. Did I ever do a how to play Sakura? Did I do Blanca? I probably didn't do Falk. I think I did do Blanca. I don't remember. I think I was about to do Blanca and then I either did or didn't. Nice jump. Oh no, he didn't come down with the normal. I don't have Manat. I could do Manat pretty easily. It's tricky actually because Manat, there's a lot to her. And a lot of it I'm not very good at executing. So before I did a Manat one, I might want to just like program some combos so that I can show them off really easily without being able to do them. What's up, Blanca? Pretty good idea, bad idea. That's a godlike format. I had a couple like that. I had like an assorted optimization video or two where I had like constantly stop doing this, do this instead. I had one of those for Poison. I had one of those for Akuma. I had one of those with, I forget, I had like 3 or 4 of them. Things that people do all the time that suck and then better things you can do in their place. YSB! This matchup is weirdly okay. Hugo really doesn't mind an opponent who wants to rush him down. A lot of characters who are rushdown characters become turtle characters against Hugo. Classic grappler. Oh. And Hugo also just melts Yon's health. Things like this. Just take off literally a quarter of Yon's health instantly. EX Lariat would have worked there, I think. This is Super 3 Hugo. Super 2 Hugo's not even that bad, to be honest. It literally does take 4 hard SPDs to kill Yon. That's the correct number. There's a very famous match of Hayao versus KO, where Hayao lands absolutely nothing except 4 hard SPDs. It's really old now. It's from like 2002 or 2001. It's ancient footage. We could try and find it after this. But it's like a really early tournament footage of a literal top tier versus a literal bottom tier. Being played by 2 players who were still 2 of the best players of those 2 characters. There's footage of Hayao playing recently, actually, and he's like as good as he ever was. He's like better. He's actually kept up with all the tech. You never see him at any sort of event anymore. So you think he'd be like hell out of practice or whatever. But he's still mad good. His Hugo is still modern. You can find him. He had a long set against Crota. Hayao versus Crota. It was quite entertaining. Got him. Dawn of Rage, that's the 12 one. The annoying thing about the 12 one is I'm not even sure I can put together a tutorial that's better than that one. It's like pretty good, but there's also there's nothing about 12. So that ended up being a fairly comprehensive guide just because there's not much to talk about. Kokujin versus Kuroda. Yeah, this is it. This is it. KO Kokujin versus Kuroda Hayao. Kuroda Hayao is such a lit team. 2 high-ass tiers versus 2 low-ass tiers. I mean, little did we know back then, but Hugo and Kuroda, Hugo and Q, excuse me, are actually like probably like secret mid. but back then they were thought correctly to be low. And I say correctly because, you know, for what tech existed with them, they would end up putting them at low. For what success rate they had, it would end up putting them at low. For the way that people played them. That's a new gag. He's called 12 because of the number of players there are. I've got a few gags for that. He's called 12 because that's the number of seconds left on the clock when you lose. Alternatively, he's called 12 because that's how many seconds it takes to kill him. This is what you're actually supposed to do against Engine. I don't approve of the forward jump. He should have probably tried to just parry it or jump over it. Or I can jump over it very easily on reaction to it being tossed. But Hugo has a lot more grounded frames. He takes a longer time to jump, so it might be harder for him. Kidney's made really good. This is winnable, but it's horrible. Oh my god, no human would have parried that. Literally no human. That was incredible. That was like a Ken play, but done by a Ryu. Alright, hello ancient footage. There it is. Sorry, starting pretty badly. Hardest PD number 1. Super. Hardest PD number 2. Hardest PD number 3. Second one's after a red parry on a jump air TC, I think. Hardest PD number 4. Literally lands no other attacks. Bunch of hardest PDs. Ended up making the match look not too bad. Here's part 1. On the subject of 12 players. Tallest max combo probably is somewhere around 12 hits. I don't remember how many hits Super 1 is. Pew pew pew. Air X is actually okay in everything except damage. That's like the theme of 12. Okay in everything except damage. His tool set's not horrible. He's got some bad normals, I guess. But most of them are okay. Except for the damage. I think 12 looks to be an okay character until you see what he does after a parry. And then whatever opinion you had about 12 just gets shattered. Because 12 is truly pathetic after a parry. It's Alex damage output is really good here. Obviously he loses in neutral really badly, but Alex is used to losing in neutral. But mathematically things are okay for Alex. If he gets parries, he gets paid off a lot. If he gets parried, he doesn't lose too much. Woo, look at that hitbox. EX Stomp is nice and big. This matchup is honestly probably not too far apart. It's probably pretty close. But I wouldn't be surprised if Alex won. Just because he needs to be right a lot less. Even though his neutral sucks. That was cross up jump light kick. I don't think I've ever seen that normal cross up. Very unusual. Alex would appreciate a cross up. Cross up lights are shit in this game. If you have a cross up that's not a light, you would fucking hate it. Or you'd rather use that. because lights have no block stun or no hit stun at all. It's already hard to combo out of a cross up. But if it's a cross up light, I think there's a couple cross up lights in the game, but none of them are good. Nice. Good angle. Not much damage on it though. Nice. You can really see the difference in the damage output. It feels like 12 is hitting Alex so much more. But 12's lower HP and Alex is higher HP. Plus Alex is higher damage and 12's lower damage. It just adds up so much. It just bridges that gap so easily. Axe super. What fucking super is that? Oh, Axe into super? That'd be cool. He needs conversions in general. Alright, I got it. Back medium kick launches. And then you got juggles. Almost any buff you could give 12 he would appreciate, to be honest. Like, you can just think of so many things that would make him such a better character. Oof. That's a nice jump. I've placed so many. I have so many people who come in here saying that they always lose at this game, but they still enjoy it. It's like, these people need to find each other, because then half of them would become winners. If only there was just a way to collect all the people who suck at this game but like it, and have them all play each other. The taunt. The poison taunt. Later poison. What did Arranged Edition do? There was a 12 with like EX air dashes. Was that regular or Arranged Edition? Yes, I think you still suck at this game. You might say I have high standards though. Oof. Oh, he was already jumping. Nice. Good shit. I remember he got Sei Embu out of Super 3 in the regular. Are you serious? I literally just click on a name. This game has hella footsies, so just close range. This game has parries complicate footsies, they don't simplify it. It's not so easy to fucking parry a Kenster Renaus in neutral. You don't know when the fuck it's coming, it's scary to hit forward. It's not so hard to just click a name. I usually have to click like 4 names before someone accepts. But it's not a big deal. If someone doesn't want to play, they just don't click anything. They just click no.
そうだね。そう二人目とは思えない立ち振る舞いで強いよね。これはね、マジわかんねえ。わかんなかった俺も。全滅。めっちゃ嬉しそうっすね。いや、タナ兄がこれもう引き殺されるんじゃねえかっつって。そうだね。やばいやばい。これもうこのゲームの一番
I'll play someone now in Street Fighter 3 if anyone wants to play.
あ、そうなんだ。すごい当たるから。ほんでこの手前張りもすげえ手前張りになってるんだよね。手前張り、まあ手前張りのいいよね、やっぱね。
That was probably a punish.
ああ、そういうこと。
Q's got a really interesting electric animation because it actually lets you see his body whenever he gets electrocuted. I can try and pause on the frame if anyone wants to see it.
これはやこれは早かった系。これはね、完全に早かった系です。
Let's see if we can spot it.
ああ、そういうこ
It
と。
was like over here.
さあでも
It was like right here. He got hit by like a fireball.
お
Didn't he?
あー、危ね
No,
え。
maybe not. It was earlier.
手前張りもすげえ手前張りになってるんだよね。
Where the fuck was it? That was earlier than this too.
あ、そうなんだ。
Where the fuck was
キ
it?
ャラ差があると言われているカードじゃないですか。
Not there. I feel like it was during this round.
あ、そうなんだ。ほんでこの手前張りもすげえ手前張りになってる。
Maybe it was in the round before this one. Because I think we've seen all this now. Oh, there it was. How do you go backward frames? Look at him. There's his body. Q's body. Rare footage. Q is one of two characters in the game without a skeleton. The other one is 12. 12 actually just does not have a skeleton. There's no body underneath. But Q has a full body that's not, you can't see through it.
ああ、そういうこと。ポーランド。はい。
We have no lore whatsoever on what Q is. I think he's not a Bison bot, but we don't know.
あ、同じチームだった。あ、本当だ。
There's literally no lore whatsoever on who Q is. The only lore is that he shows up randomly at various spots in the world,
島野さん、これ。
and that he's very violent.
ただこの島野さんが若干レミー戦をに、
So what that skeleton seems to imply is that you can't see through his body while it's being electrocuted, which supports a robot body in my opinion, or at least robot suit.
これはもう普通にやれば。さあ、ブロってブロって。わーっと、これはまあでもあれさ、サマー入ってもさ、死なないよね、多分ね。死ぬ？死なない。死んでたか。そう。
Nice. Parry and punish. I think medium kick does more damage there. You can also choose to link the super if you want to. Remy has some jump lights that are active for the entire jump. It might just be jump jab. I think Q has that too. I think both Q and Remy have a jump light punch that's active for the entire jump. That's not common in this game. In Street Fighter 2, I think all air light normals had continuous active frames. Last the whole jump. In this game, it's only like a few. And then in Street Fighter 4, the only one I can think of is knee shot from DJ. There might be a couple more. I guess technically speaking, Hawk Dive is active until it hits the ground. Yeah, you guys missed the conversation earlier, but we already had all these talking points. We already talked about who Q was. That theory already came up.
じゃあ、紐男爵さんがはめるしかないけど、岩だからはめらんないし。
Oh, what the fuck? Where is the Sin Strong? I've been in that scenario so many
そうで
times.
すね、ちょっと島野さんの
Forward dash on a Urian as he does the high fireball.
でも、やっぱりドイツが韓国に負けたよ。
The free ass Stand Strong. He had a big combo there.
諦めちゃいけない。あ、いいよ。
Nice.
そうそうそうそうそうそう。あ、待って。
Mm.
あれね、美味しいんですけど、オロガが慌てちゃうんですよね。まさか壁を、
Nice. Good conversion.
いや、オロガが慌てちゃうんですよ。いや、あれ普通、
Whoa, the same run house.
あの壁は。
It's a side swap.
でも
Ooh,
勝てる。
there's no juggle here.
うわ三個
But this isn't unblockable. He mistimed it. He jumped really early and not from. He jumped from too close.
いや、ここが別のゲームになってるんですよ。すいません。いや、今ね、5秒待って。
We have like a next to no canon on who Ryu's parents are.
勝ってもいいですね。あ、これ、島野さん止めたら大気持ちですね、これね。
I think it's supposed to be lore that Ryu's an orphan,
でもなんとか、あ、いいよ。
but I don't think it's ever been addressed.
あ、いいよいいよいいよ。
Or I don't remember the last time it was addressed. I don't know if that's still canon.
あ、この壁はね、大丈夫。もう一枚来るから、それ、あ、これ、なんとかマーク外して、なんとか。
I'd actually really dig if they just revealed it's like
3
fucking
枚目、耐えろ、耐えろ。
uh
ナイスカード、ナイスカード。
Ryu's Akuma's son,
こっからゲージ
and then fucking Goken is like his uncle. They should do that.
いいよ。
Just reveal that. Just fuck it.
それだったら倒しに行くよ。
Can't believe that didn't ship.
あ、惜しい惜しい惜しい。あ、でもゲージ状況はかなり良くなりましたね。これは3本目期待ですわ。一人実況で十分面白いから俺いらないんだよ。いや、
I wonder if Ryu fights because he never got his dad's affection.
そうそうそう。
Oh, he's just like, I need to be the strongest in the world.
悪くないけど。で、この壁を壊す。あ、無理。
Mel. Q is Mel. I like that.
あ、まあ体力ちょっとリードされましたけど、まだまだ全然問題ない。
I'm hella down for Q's Peter.
これで7割溜まった。
I'm like extremely down for that theory. What is this? He was way too close. You gotta back up a lot before you do that.
弾はどっか行っちゃいましたけど。投げろ。
Throw. No, I don't like that he didn't throw. He could have thrown Hugo into the. Fuck. Urian into the corner.
まだ時間、あ、ここ勝負ですね、勝負。
Okay, okay. Akuma. Ryu is the son of Akuma. Yeah, I was gonna say, and some character from Tekken.
やばい。やばい。
How fucking lit would that be?
もうあれです、島野さん。あ、次ですか。いや、ここであれですよ。勝ってくれるんで大丈夫だと思ってるんですけど。だから次のことは考えません。はい。だって同キャラでしょ、これ勝ちでしょ、これ。いや、これ同キャラだ。なんかスフィアを打ち合うイメージがあるんですけど。なんかちょっと邪魔ですよ。そうですね。すごい邪魔なゲームで。で、そのスフィア
Was it rape?
さらに奥の壁を
Kazuya and Jun?
よくわかんない読み合いになってることが。
Is it supposed to be rape? I can't tell. It seems like it probably was.
あ、
I don't know if we have any lore about that.
そうですね。ひびに対して。いやー、いいですね。あ、いいですね。よし、ここでやっと島野さんを止められるかもしれない。そろそろ2P が逆襲を、1P が逆襲を始めたいですね。そう、スフィアを、
I feel like Kazuya is the kind of guy to rape someone.
なんかよくわかんないけど、まあ、多分、いいですね。そうですね。で、
Okay, okay.
逆行って、
Ryu is the son of Akuma and Ogre, and also Ogre's female.
ちょっとガード不能ではないけど、ただ連携いい連携だと思います。
How do you guys like my my fan fiction?
やっと止めてくれ、ありがとうございます。やっと2本勝てます、これで。今日は勝ちです、大丈夫。ラリーさん、誠っていうかなり厳しいんじゃないかなっていう組み合わせですけど、あ、成長なんですね、男らしいですね、いいですね。
No, Ogre's a man, but he's an alien,
悪ですからね。そう、
so he can somehow still make babies with men.
いると思うんですけど、あとは、これはユリアンがあれですよね、勝ちパターン以外、誠の中心に勝てないわけだから。そうですね、そうなんです。
Ryu's the son of Akuma and Sonic the Hedgehog. I would read that fan fiction on stream.
そこでこう画面端に追い込めて
Ogre is an alien, right? I'm pretty sure that's
止
canon.
まっちゃうと
He's an alien who came to Earth and was worshipped as a god for a little while.
壁を張れればチャンスかもしれませんね。お、これはいいチャンスかな。ダディさんなかなか硬いですよ。お、無理ですね。投げですね。なかなかねダメージが奪えないとユリアンがしっかりざっくりくるんですかね。ただ
So Paul's stupid ending about bringing on you aliens. That's not even that ridiculous. Aliens are already canon.
ニューヨークでは若干あるとはいえ難しい時もありますね。さあここからユリアンがゲージ1本ありますので、なんとか主導権を握れれば。そうですね。はい。通常投げでしたね。
That would be the greatest reveal in fucking Street Fighter history. Akuma's a woman. That's the reveal we should have had. Do we have any evidence whatsoever that Akuma's male? Other than the general shape of his body. And the fact that he's referred to as Goken's brother. Dude, reveal Akuma to be female. I'm ready. Be progressive, honestly. I said the shape of his body. Nose is in that. I guess there are a couple shirtless Akuma outfits. It's all the Midnight's Bliss. Whoa, who's that? That's Midnight Bliss Akuma? It's perfect. That's my wife. I really like watching Elena. Can't explain it. The only character we 100% know man is Aura. We see tits on a lot of characters. Does that count? That's like seeing junk, really. Whoa. Fuda Elena, what about Fuda-chan? With the amount of Fuda-chan porn there is, I'm basically convinced that Chan is canon Fuda. Elena can poke through the mirror pretty easily, I think. Why is there so much Fuda porn in fighting games? I know there's a lot of Fuda porn in general, but like, why in fighting games is there so much? Like, I understand why fighting game girls would have a lot of muscle porn, you know? There's a lot of pictures of Chun-Li with very shapely legs. But like, what is the penis part of that? Is that like a component of it? People who play fighting games like masculine features? Is that like a thing? I feel like it's something like that, Ash. I feel like that's like what it's gotta be. But the sheer amount of Fuda-chan porn, and then also like, you know, every other of the very small number of Street Fighter girls. There's Fuda Kami. There's a lot of Fuda Poison. I don't know about Fuda Rose. There's Fuda Elena. There's Fuda Makoto. Don't know about Ibuki either. To be 100% honest, the only Street Fighter 3 character I've ever rolled 34 is Zoro. If that's gay, then I'm gay. I haven't looked in like 10 years though. That's probably some new aura porn now. That should be a stream. Beth jacks off to aura porn. This will kill, I think. It didn't kill. No, the aura pictures I found were not even pornographic.
次は俺多分何
I'm pretty sure I've seen Fudo Armika.
そうですね。だからもうむしろセルフ実況まであるんですけど。
What is it about Chun-Li that like a bunch of people were like, this is a near perfect design, but she needs a penis? I know a lot of people are just like that in general. I know that there's like a very respectable number of men who think the ideal female body is fucking just a woman with a penis. It's like not even that rare. People more attracted to woman with penis than woman, and more attracted to that, both of those, than men. That could have been a stun combo, I think. I don't like his route, but it almost killed anyway. Ah, if he did that combo right, I think it might have actually killed. What the fuck was that? That was so weird to do like that. That's some good charging too. I think he needed to partition that. It might have been an accident. I doubt it though. To be honest, I don't even like one dick in my porn. I like female female and I like solo female. I know that's kind of weird. Someone asked about that one time and I dumped a bunch of porn in the shitposting not safe for work. Oro can chase this. It's not easy though. You have to do a whole bunch of dashes. The Antis footage is so hype. If Antis just played well, I get to see a bunch more footage of him. But he plays stupid. He plays like he's not trying. He does like incredible things, but plays like he's not trying, so he just fucking goes after just a few matches. It's like, goddammit, I want to see more of you. You're my senpai. That might have been a punish. I know it hit, but universal overhead on standing opponent is still minus, even on hit. Oh yes, racist Makoto and Elena to challenge her worldview. I love the idea that Makoto is racist. It's like a fan theory that's been going around for a little while. It's because Makoto hated Elena because she was friendly in like the Udon comics. And there was like a few edits people used to throw around with the comics where it'd be like fucking Makoto hated her because she was black. That was a tricky non-cross up. Yeah, it's unblockable. That's actually really cool. I can seal that. Makoto seems like she could be a racist. Oh, that jump fierce. Send short dash in. Can I go through the mirror? The whiff into parry. We don't know much about Makoto. We know she's gruff and she's lonely. Those are the two things we know about her. Yeah. He had to sit on that charge. Oro can only chip you out effectively with stomp or charge moves. So you have to hold down back there and just stay close. I meant like personality stuff. Jump in air throw. I do that shit. Nice. Why? Any other fucking attack? There was a question on our Street Fighter, I remember, like a year ago. It might have been more than that now. That pointed out that we literally know nothing about what the fuck Delta Red is supposed to be. There's absolutely no lore whatsoever on what Delta Red is. They're a team, and they're English, and that's it. That's literally all we have. We don't even know that Cammy's English. She seems to be related to DiCaprio. They seem to be sisters. And DiCaprio seems to be Russian. Did Cammy become English from hanging around Delta Red? Did she pick up the accent like that? Or is she a naturally English girl? Is DiCaprio English? There are more Delta Red members in the CFN. There's like 5 of them. Nice punish. That's super optimal. Oh yeah. Oro's her box. His biggest weapon. Cammy's a clone, and all the other characters were... I think that's what it is. Cammy's a clone, and all the other characters were kidnapped. And then brainwashed. They used clone very liberally in a way that probably doesn't really make sense. I guess Cammy could be a clone of DiCaprio, but that doesn't really make sense because they're like the same age. Or close to it anyway. And there seems to be history between them? I don't know. I need to review my lore on those two. Shadaloo is dissolved by Street Fighter 3, I think. I think M. Bison is supposed to be dead, or at least presumed dead. And Street Fighter 5 story mode seems to lend to that. It seems like everyone thinks that Bison is dead, and he seems to be. So a lot of the characters whose motivations were tied to Shadaloo just aren't present. It's canon that the dolls were kidnapped from around the world. Like how Julia is like fucking T-Hawk's lover or whatever. Julie. And there were Udon comics about that, about families having their children kidnapped. So most of them aren't clones. That juggles. He didn't get the right connect, but it can work. Yeah, Sakura is raising Mii's child. I think light dash punch would have dizzied. That was some fast mashing. Gal's motivations are tied to Shadaloo. Sim is a pacifist. I think he needs a personal stake in things before he even shows up.
さあ最後は大将クニクとい
He
う
was
こと
only in
で
Street Fighter 2 because he needed money, right? Something.
クニクの連呼期待クニキ
Street Fighter 4 story, I mean Street Fighter 5 story mode seems to indicate that he's you know, he's not really part of the entire thing. He's just someone that like the characters visited.
あーしっかり見てるアッパーセア竜巻旋風脚
Blanca literally lives with his mom. It's canon.
あこれピヨったねちょっと残るナイスガード歩き胴投げそう竜はね竜っていうか誠はねほんとそういう歩かれた時に小足しかこするのがねないんで速いのが弱点点あうまい半分決め打ちだろうけど一段で決め打って
I would love so many Street Fighter characters put into 3's engine. I would die to see Poison in this game. Playable Poison. I'd love to see what they gave her. I'd love to see what they give Faye. Love to see what they give Sakura.
波動拳だったからじゃあ最後は健三さんですね
Someone brought up the idea that every game that sets in, you give him special moves from the characters in that game. So his special moves change every single game. And I was like, you know, I'm kind of down with that. Make him steal different shit from different characters.
1ラウンド目は国君が取る、まあ、これね豪気ね対空たまるまでは結構ね嫌なんですよねこうやって熱波持っちゃえば
Press 1 if you think Sakura's had the big green dick.
そうですね
Then it's just the third wheel who's there.
さあバレてる大昇龍バレてるしっかり殺すかな
Damn, that's a lot of ones.
ああなるほどそれはせこい手前に落ちて灼熱はなかなかのせこさ
I guess it's canon.
あ何なんか止まった
Whoa. That footage.
これ当たんないねうまい
Kuma's Tatsus have really weirdly fast startup.
まあでもね
That's actually been true in like every Street Fighter game, oddly enough. Medium and heavy Tatsu anyway.
本当にミスんないようにミスんない
They're like always really, really fast.
そう1回で死んじゃいますからね
I would do anything to lead that project.
嫌な感じの時なんですよ
Adding other characters to Street Fighter.
全然
I would do anything to put poison in this game.
さあシャガーグラ
I can think of all kinds of shit I'd give her. Ooh.
出た
Didn't even trade.
捕まえてしまえばなんですけどこういう時の豪気の守りはこのゲームで一番硬い竜巻中央に逃げて
Nice punish.
そうなんの
So I think for both Akuma and Ryu, the first hit of the super is the one that knocks down.
だ
So if you lose the first hit, the super suddenly don't knock down anymore. Which looks really strange.
優勝は国君ですおめでとうございます
And despite the fact that Ryu's EX Fireball is 2 hits, I think it removes more than 2 hits from Super Fireballs. I think it removes like 3.
最後は
And I think, I don't know.
ラップ中継で国君の
I don't know how Akuma Super works.
国君なんか喋る
Look at this calm Yun.
いや久々に飛びに勝ちましたね
I've still got 2 more videos.
当たるんですけどこのゲーム確かにだから自分で見ワンピン側バックスターとツーピン側ヘルメルさんが先頭から入ってきますよはいよろしくお願いしますお願いしますわーボンボンボンパフパフ
That jump back fierce. I like that. This is healing Elena. Here it is. No, he didn't do it. He's saving it. Not there either. That sand jab could have been a failed healing. In fact, it almost certainly was. Ooh. That parry timing was weird, but he could have just blocked. He shouldn't have saved that bar. He should have healed. Meh. I mean, I would actually really like a KOF character, but I think it would be better to bring in a fucking Tekken character. Um, Crouching Fierce normally has no combo in Third Strike, but if you only get one hit, then it only has 3 JP instead of 6, which means there are juggles available. So you can do like a knee shot or like an EX knee, air stampede, whatever it's called. No, whatever, knee. DP plus kick. He can do that if it's one hit only. The most common context where it'll be one hit only. Wow. It's a pretty daring place to pull that out. He didn't get a very big heal. Iori would fit well in any fighting game because Iori has really good character design, visually and gameplay. Oh, 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 there it is. Iori is the crown jewel of SNK. He's the best thing they've ever done. In like every way, he's perfect. Even his lore is perfect. He's like the perfect edgy. He's one of my favorite edgy characters in anything. Ooh, nice pickup. He got that jump fierce on the way up, so I didn't think that would be available. Ton of damage and stun on that combo. That was a good block. The only reason you would block there is if you were anticipating exactly that. Almost anyone would take a throw or like hit a button there. Again? Jesus. Then I think he got a failed super motion. Got a chop. That might trade. Yeah, it did. Super good trade for Alex, but now things are looking kind of ugly. That was it. Super. That's good too. I think Super would have worked there though. Yeah, the thing about KF grapplers is they don't feel like their own little unique thing within the engine. They feel like they're actually working with the engine. With KF grapplers, it feels like the command grab actually exists as like a regular special move and not like as this weird thing that's an alternative to special moves. An alternative to combos. It's like so satisfying just instantly being able to do like fucking Clark stand C into command grab and having it combo. That's such a cool little thing to be able to do. It's like, why can't Street Fighter play, characters do that? There's a few of them who can do that in Street Fighter 5 with triggers. It's hard for Remy to build meter in this matchup. It's hard for Remy to build meter in any matchup, but especially this one. He's like, yeah, a lot of
時
stuff.
間いっぱい使っての最後はパーム。うまいですね。最高っす。さすがや。やっぱりレミ慣れしてますね。もう最初にリードを奪って攻めさせないっていう方向でいってますね。
Geef's crouch stab was really hard for a lot of characters to fight. That was like the only really big thing. Most of Geef's changes from season 1 to season 2 were like bug fixes or like things that just made him a functional character. Like the ability to convert from combos.
怖い。この距離が一番やらしい。ゼロられると右側、ちょっとルグレ
I don't know what any of that post is supposed to mean.
さあ遅らせてのアルタンシュ。
I got called a bath. That's like not a typo anymore. That's got to be deliberate.
わあ見ている。見てから耐久
Maybe it's phone posting. Maybe he typed it on his phone and he got an autocorrect.
さあしっかりバットを空中ブレさせての追い打ちを当てている。2ラウンド目は優勢に進めている。最後はリーベルテを置いている。まあまあこのラウンドはレミのペースになったけど、まあでも、読み勝ってるところは結構ドライさん多いので、そうですね、ギガスが入るかどうかっていうところなんで、まあこれもアニャンさんも優勢とはいえちょっとハラハラしながら追い払っていかなきゃいけない。
I don't know what an after part spot is.
で着地で近づかれるとかなり怖いんで、耐久で落としていきたいんだが、レミーとしてはソニックを当たってくれるんで結構ありがたいんですよね。そうですね。まあ、あとは飛んでからブロッキングさせて落とすっていうのを意識していかないと飛び放題になっちゃうんで、ああいう感じで
It's so weird that Hugo's hanging pretty even with the damage. When he gets like one connect for every 3 the Remy gets.
空中パンチの人が中足が強いんで、ダメージもある。ソニックはガードでいいので、さあ端に追い詰められた。ちょっと画面
After
を押していかない
party.
とダメ。ちょっと画面を押していかないとダメ。まだ下がるの早い。これでも最初の出だしからね、結構決まってくるんですよね。
That was a good bait.
いやまだ安い。飛んで
Remy was trying to not get supered.
まだ
Universal read into super maybe. Bezzy X flash kick.
これは
Ooh, that's a low.
うまいこと使って耐久惜しい。はい、じゃあ次がシンさん。
Remy's fireballs are okay for screen control.
としては戦いやすい
It was actually really hard for Hugo to move through that.
が出てくる。
The problem is every time one hits, Remy gets nothing. And they're also very easy to parry.
なんですけども、ダッシュしてきたところにダブルマー
That was cool.
割とリスクの低い
Stay medium kick and then cancel the flash kick on reaction to the parry. That was actually really neat. Yeah, that's like fairly accurate. They're good projectiles, but they don't do anything. The low one in particular is really nice.
画面をもうちょっと押したい。そのテーブルを味方に
Controls movement really well.
パスが見えないですかね、テーブル。ここはもうテー
Ugh.
ブルが味方です。さあ、そこだ、そこだ。テーブルが壁になっている。ファーストを打つんだ。
They tried to make Remy busted in this game, but then also tried to make it so other characters could fight him fair. Because they knew that he didn't work too well on the engine, I think. Which is why his like fireball game puts other Street Fighter characters from other fireball games from other Street Fighter characters to shame.
ないと大欲で抜けてくる可能性があるんで、
He's definitely supposed to be like a fireball spam kind of character.
ファルスを打てなくなってしまうん
And
で
he's supposed to be kind of technical. He's supposed to be like a traditional character in a game that kind of destroys a lot of the traditional stuff. The entire idea behind fireballs, the entire idea behind this game is you can just parry fireballs to make them go away. And Remy has fireballs where you actually have to parry in different directions depending on which fireball it is, so he makes you second guess and stuff. And then he can do them fast. And he can put a lot of them out and they don't have a lot of startup and they don't have a lot of recovery. Scoot soon. Fairly big question. What do you say is each character's worst move? You want me to just go through every character and look at their worst normal or special move or what? That's like a really big question, yeah. I'm not sure how that would really fucking help anything either. I don't know what you're working on, but like, I can't imagine how that question would answer anything anyone was working on. Oh yes, Remy's worst move is cold blue kick because you can't combo into it and it's just a one parry and then it's gone and all of them are minus. There's Remy for you.
画面を押したのはつむさんだけど
I don't know if you're asking about normals or specials or what. Supers and taunts? I don't know. There's a lot of ineffectual moves in this game. There was not a big emphasis on making every move have a purpose in this game. A lot of characters, it feels like they just gave them moves. In Street Fighter like 4 and 5, it's like every move must do something. But in Street Fighter 2 and 3, it's like, okay, here's these moves, here's these moves, here's these moves. And a lot of them are just useless. Fin hard kick is pretty bad, but far medium kick is pretty bad too. Sean has a lot of bad moves.
レミで球打ち合うとどうしても球の密度が重要になるんで、ブロールよりもかわして次の球を打たせないようにするっていうのが、意外と重要になってくるんで、リープを出すか、中足中盤で組む。
Jump lights are almost useless in this game in general. Most jump lights do nothing at all. Even in other Street Fighter games, jump lights do nothing, but in this game in particular, they especially do nothing. Because they have like next to no damage or block stun or hit stun, so even when they work, they suck. There are a few jump lights where you can use them as super resets, but usually that sucks. Usually that does nothing.
高い飛びは歩いてくるって。これもう先に打たれると、付き合うとダメ、付き合うとダメよそれ。付き合うとダメ。
Remy can build meter faster parrying other Remy's fireballs than he can throwing his own fireballs. What kind of strange world we live in? This is Sumoon. This is actually a very good Remy player. I just read the name right now. Jump light for tick throws can be okay if you're like Alex. I can't think of any other character who uses it much. Sermanos combos here. Yep. Why? I don't know what the fuck he wanted. That was really strange. Just chicken combo would have been the best there. He would have built the most meter and it would have killed Remy. No need to do anything else. Or his fireball comes out really disjointed from his body. It won't hit people who are point blank. Yeah, if an attack is parried, it builds no meter in this game. Like all attacks. Oops. It's supposed to be Coach Bruce, I imagine. This can kill. He's got the necessary resources. Here we go. Light super. That's kind of the hardest one, and a Crota setup that was done badly. You can use medium on Remy. Oh my god. It's not enough. Choke City.
なんか石の方が多く見る印象はあるんですけれども、そうですね。やっぱり操作不能のリスクももちろんあり、ダメージと立ち回りで石の方がどうしてもやりやすいんだと思うんですけど、あくまでもはめに行く。でもこのラウンドはつむんさんが押して、これを飛び落とされる。
That hit him midair. Shouldn't have been overhead. He knew that it was going to hit him midair, or he should have known. That was something. The block there is pretty weird. I expect that overhead, but I would have done the other overhead. I don't know if Alex Toyd's hard punch is his worst attack, since the half circle back kick exists, and that's worse. Although Towards Fierce is extremely shitty too. I was looking at the chat, I didn't see what Remy got. That was only a throw. Where was it? It must have been before this. Was it here? Oh no, Remy could have done better than that. He could have done Crouch Fierce. Wait, who won? Aura won. Duh, he's here. The Boogie's command jump is pretty shit. I guess that's probably her worst attack. He could when you block Oro's EXDP, you can choose which side you're on. You can walk under him, so positioning wasn't a big factor. Konitan, this guy is a very good Necro player. It's 3 a.m. and it's hot as fuck in my room and the AC's on. Fuck California. We had a hot front. You guys might not be too acquainted with Fahrenheits, but it was 114 Fahrenheit where I live, which is like it set a bunch of records yesterday. Someone convert 114 Fahrenheit to Celsius for our sensible viewers who use a sensible system, so you can see just how fucking hot that is. Crouch jab is pretty shit. I like that for Oro. That's like a relatively intelligent choice for Oro's worst attack. It's hard to think of a worse attack than that for Oro. Crouch jab does literally nothing. Everything it does, stand short does better, or stand jab. Stand jab is better for reset, stand short is better for ticking. This is Fugu. I like the way he plays. It's a bit different from me, but it's still good. Very optimal. Very optimal. That combo normally doesn't work. So what he does here, Oro stand strong is JP4. So when you do... No, does this always work? No, yeah. Damn it, I went too far back. God damn it. I should have gone back and forth by frames. But we'll count it out. That combo he did was really cool. So 1 plus 3 for 4 total. Okay? And once it gets to 6, Oro no longer has a juggle. So the first hit was parried, so it normally knocks down and inflicts 1. But it was parried, so it didn't knock down. So the one that knocks down is stand strong second hit, which inflicts 3. And then you do a stand strong first hit, which puts it to 4. And then stomp, which puts it to 5, and then the uppercut. If he got both hits of the initial stand strong, he would have been at 6, and the uppercut would have whiffed. So that was a combo that only worked on someone who parried the first hit of stand strong. Low-key very intelligent. If you didn't know a lot about Street Fighter 3, that moment would probably pass you by. But it was a nice little combo. Regular Kishin Rishi still gives you a pretty nice little mix-up. If he parried that, he would have had no punish. Oof. Oro's about 2 combos from winning. Isn't that great? Isn't Oro great? Oh. He's still about 2 combos from winning, but now it's horrible. Nice. That's about 50% for this combo. A little more, I think. He went for the reset ender. No one ever does the hard fireball. That's a BAF exclusive. You can only get that tag from BAF. Gives you better Oki at the end of things. EX fireball's a good choice. A near useless attack right there. A nice air sequence. Dash in, low parry, stand medium kick. I saw that. I saw that low parry. That was some good shit. Yeah, Urian's crouch medium punch is pretty bad. They made it a fairly good attack in Street Fighter 5. One of his better normals in that game. Useful for a lot of shit.
先制はフグオロの方ですが、
Oh my god, Thanatos, stop. Block him with your face.
てる人たちもやっぱり同じレベルの人がいないと対策詰められないですからね。まあでも剣とか結構ね、なんかわかるじゃないですか、ある程度。
Is it reset? No, he just goes. He went for the super early. No, that wasn't early because he started with a stomp. That was probably a deliberate drop. It looked whack as fuck, but it was probably on purpose.
できないじゃないですか。
He made it look like an accident so he would have a reset, and he did the reset so he would get a lot more damage out of his super.
ゲージはフグ持っているんだが、
If the reset looks accidental. What? That should have been super. That should have been the other super. That's probably an executional error. That would have been a kill combo. It was 5 stone.
削りに行くまんま。あ、わかんない。あ、一緒になってる。あ、うまい。
If that was parried, then Fugu was still okay. The green oil.
これちょっと一本取ったのはフグ。数字チームやばいな。だいぶ押されてるな。いや、しかしゲージがタオス溜まっちゃうんで。
Nice. Whoa, what'd that work? I like that follow up. Whoa! Now he's gonna get most of his stun back. You can't combo overhead into launcher against Doro. He's too small. See, that combo doesn't work. My color is hard punch. Every now and then I pick the gold one though. I tend to not care anymore which oral color I pick. I tend to pick pretty randomly. Sometimes it's the hard punch, sometimes it's the hard kick, sometimes it's the secret color. I think the window to do EX moves in Third Strike is the same as it is in Street Fighter 4 and 5. Don't quote me. Kara window is the same. This is actually GameSpot East versus West, and not Shend. Or not GameSpot. No, yeah, GameSpot versus.
なんかでもビジュアルなんか家族みたいですよね。そうだ。家族、同じ家族みたいな。おじいちゃんとその息子みたいな。
What's that name? Is it like Korean something or other? Haseo. What's the Todd? Is it Touch of Death? Ooh. What an interesting way to get hit out of that. It's not Korean? Oh. The TOD is from Dot Hack. All I know about Korean is what I know from like Chinese and Japanese, which I know a little of. I know that the Korean language is not based on... The Korean written language is not based on Chinese. It was like invented. They used to use Chinese letters and then they like stopped. And I know some words that are like loan word. I know like some words that are in all 3 languages, for example. Like in Japanese they say Toshokan for library. And then in Chinese it's like Tusuguan or something like that. And then in Korean it's like Tosaguan. Or like Tusukan. I don't remember. I don't remember what it is in Korean. But it's like the same word in all 3 languages. Just pronounced dialectically differently. Toshokan. Yeah. Nice parry. Taking it straight away. Oh, he's going for 3 stone. I do this a lot. Ooh, there's the low strong. Look at that. He got out unblockable by hitting that low strong.
V が始まるということで注目していきたいと思います。さあレミユリアンですね。これはこれね
Doesn't a lot of the Philippines speak English? Must make it easy to visit.
ここが俺の仕事だみたいな感じのありますよね。
I think Singapore, a lot of the people speak English, right?
はい。我慢したらね、後でいいこと起こるってね。
A lot of people everywhere speak English these days.
昔はただ一緒で突っ込んでいって。昔は突っ込んでればいいことある。今我慢したら後でいいこと。
Yu is not the same guy as Piero. But Yu is a really good Remy player. That flash kick was like almost zero risk, so it's cool that he did it. It's like even if it didn't work, he would just bounce off the mirror. I've said this about this matchup before, but Urian cannot duck high booms, which makes it really annoying for him to try to move around. I think he can low forward and maybe low strong under them. Yeah, I heard about Kuroda. We all heard. Kuroda molested a high school girl, or several high school girls. How Remy tots work. What the fuck is a tot supposed to be? His kick, that thing? It's not really a tatsu. He just kind of jumps and then lands on you. It's hard to describe. There's not really a whole lot of moves like it. The thing is closest to is probably like a spiral arrow, but not in a good way. It's like all the worst parts of a spiral arrow with none of the good parts. It's very combo unfriendly. It has decent anti-air properties, I guess. Or rather, it's got a nice hitbox for anti-airing. Tots is like a specific move. Tatsumaki Senpukyaku. Is he plus? No, like on none of them. He's like always minus. It sucks. It's not a very good move. If it's spaced, it's safe. It's generally safe anyway. It's only barely minus. It's like -2 through -5, I think, for the different versions. And depending on how deep it hits, the frame data changes a little bit. But you can't combo into it, which is really frustrating. On some characters, especially after an anti-air, you can do crouch fierce into the cold blue kick. That works. And then you can get a juggle out of the cold blue kick. I don't know if it's never plus. You might be able to do like a meaty EX1 into plus, but plus frames don't really matter that much in this game. Because even if you have frame advantage, the opponent can still parry. So things about being plus or minus are not a big factor. You're not helpless even if you're minus in this game. It changes the way people play. There you go. Actual frame data. I know EX was better than the others, but I didn't know how. Yeah, Makoto jumped the other way. It's not the cold blue kick is never good, but it could be a lot better. Oh, he's not dead yet, but he's close to stun. No, he is stunned. I looked at the length of the dizzy bar. Or rather, I didn't account for the length of the dizzy bar. I looked at how full the dizzy bar was, and I was like, he's not stunned. But I was thinking about it like it was Aura's dizzy bar, which is nice and long. Aura would not have been stunned there. I know Remy's dizzy's fast, but like it just caught me off guard how much I did. Didn't even have to do the final attack. He dizzied on the fucking EX. Later. Does Remy have anything cheap? Not really. He has nice damage out of air to airs. Jump Fierce causes a float state. You can combo out of it. But mostly, the cheapest thing he has is being hard to approach. But that falls apart once you're fighting a even remotely good opponent. It's very hard for Remy to keep someone out for a really extended period of time.
危なかった今 EX だったらいいここからマジかですよ
Damn.
ねこれダブル
That was a power play right
レン
there.
ジ重視
Oh, he
あ
missed it.
ーレミちょっとむずいツーエアの中
Dead anyway.
トリープマジで運がいいわ
Remy's not a very good character. He's had some of the least tournament success of any character in this whole game. There have been like maybe 2 successful Remys in the entire lifespan of the game.
さあ続き
Based on tournament success, he's probably like bottom 3.
赤ガイドさん
But people usually rate him based on his matchups, and his matchups are not actually that bad. I mean, they're not good.
お土産持ってきました
But like, if you actually look at the totality of his matchups, he falls to like low mid, or I should say like mid low.
本日つむんさんからお土産いただき
He's in the middle of low tier.
株式会社総本家駿河屋さんの若浦でいいんですかこれ
そうです
若浦せんべいをいただきました
若浦せんべいです。
ありがとうございますみんな食べてくださ
はい、若浦せんべいソニックです。
ソニック若浦本日の提供は総本家駿河屋さんの提供でお送りさ
はい、
させていただきます
通販してる店と関係ないです。この駿河屋さんとです。
若浦ソニック
I mean, he can play up close mix-ups, and he's not even that bad at it. The problem is, as long as he doesn't have charge, he doesn't have special moves. So he basically just plays like a character without special moves. He's still got his normals and his super. The super isn't charge.
その店のせんべいソニックが。はい、
ソニックいただきましたと言ってる間にダブルが決まっている
Well,
あー通るの難しい
that was a fairly easy parry, but he didn't know how it would play out.
パワーボム投げられてますね
Nice. Akagao is still in this. It's shitty, but it's not even that bad. Wow, which is it, Beth? Is it shitty or is it not that bad?
助けてその技
ナイスジャンプ。
Ah.
いい2A から草
If his fireballs did like double the damage they do, he'd be better.
すごいすごい。すごいよ。
すごいすごい
A lot of balance issues in this game could be fixed just by adjusting some numbers. And he's not the worst. There are a couple really bad characters in this game. Generally speaking, all but 2 characters are tournament viable.
あ、副賞まで来ましたね。
そうですねそれっぽくなってきた
Damn, that's sad.
さんでもね。
But everyone starts like that. Well, I don't know if everyone starts like that. Some people start by making something big.
うまいっすよまあそれ
But I've got like ancient YouTube videos with no views. Like double-digit views.
成虫だろうがワンミスでポヨヨンするんで
The first game I ever streamed was Final Fantasy 12. And, you know, that's a really long game.
寄られちゃっ
I don't remember how many parts I had, but it was a shit ton.
やられるだけでも合気の体力こんな減りますからね
ああ、本当ですね。
あ
単発のね、
そうそうそう
でもそうなりますもんね。
でああいう風に落とされた後はねリバさんが出せなかったり実は空中でしてるんで
なるほど
And I was getting like 0 views for video way back then.
あこれいてあ
New Game Minus? I've never played New Game Minus in FF12 yet.
厳しい
It's scary. I haven't even unlocked it. You unlock it from finishing trial mode, right?
最後の
Trial mode is really hard to clear
ね
in
あやべべべ減る
International Zodiac. I've heard it's easier in Zodiac Age.
あこれあるんすよ誠に
Oh, they might have in Zodiac Age. It might just be unlocked from the start.
でもまあ反撃は食らわないんで
In International Zodiac, you have to unlock it, I think. I've never played Zodiac Age yet. I have it, but I just haven't put it in. But I've beaten International Zodiac.
空対空取りに行ったら剣の空対空強すぎてあー飛んじゃった
これは美味しいですね。
まあ開幕のあれはねリスク相当忘れないですよね
Damn, I have a copy of International Zodiac, and I just realized it's worthless.
熱波も作るあ危ない危ない危ない
Wow, that link is pretty funny because it probably sucks, because you can't have charge when you're using it.
お得よ。
Well, you can have charge, but it won't be good charge.
確かに一回だけ
Hey, you missed a bunch of Hugo games. We've had some good Hugo today. This matchup is so stressful.
これリバされないやつですね
あ
いちいち辛いんですよねあそこで
Match has to work so hard to never ever be thrown.
あ、過去言ってな、前風呂したらっていうのもあるんだ。
そうそう死んじゃいますからね
Leads to shit like that. Oh, he's dead. EX slash
これ
punch.
は EX が出るじゃあこれ最後だな健三さん
That really
健
works.
三さんお願いします。
Remy can really do Sandstorm, low strong flash kick.
健三
Even if that's one frame link, that's like a Street Fighter 5 combo.
はい
That's hilarious.
さあ始まりました本日の大将戦健三さん対富永さんですねよろしくお願いしますあれなんで消えたし大将の文字あ
That's a really silly combo. Oh, if he got that combo, it would have been stunned. Where's the combo?
これは富永さんは嫌がってるんですけどヤンの方が嫌だと思います
Oh no.
まあこれは死なない
He actually built the super there.
火力差がやべえ繋がってますね遠かったと思ったんですけどしゃがみくらいだからかなさあしっか
Love
り
that.
集中第一
Very cool combo. You can see that Tominaga's not very good against Yang. There's a lot of footage of him fighting Yang and not doing too well. Ooh. Nice! Who had the more brass balls there? Which pair of balls was more brass?
お上手さあ開幕空対空お互い
That looked like a car throw. I don't know if Yang has a car throw.
動かせないロー
I think he
イ
does.
決めて
Technically, everyone has a car throw that's bigger than their normal throw range, but a lot of characters it's only a few pixels.
ガードできんのっていう
But every few pixels helps when you're fucking the character with the second smallest throw range in the game. Funny thing about Yun and Yang, Yang's throw range is actually bigger than Yun's. It's not the same.
おめでとうございます
おめでとうございます玄道さん最強でした
And then Ibuki has a smaller throw range than both of them. It's like Ibuki and then Yang, Ibuki and then Yun and then Yang. That might be another character. Biggest natural throw range in the game is, I think Hugo followed by Urian. I don't know if that's right. It's Hugo followed by someone. I'm gonna take another piss because I've drank a shit ton of green tea, and then I don't know. We'll figure something out. First car is hard kick.